What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is another episode for your December 21st, 2024. As you guys can tell, this is not, once again, our normal setup this week. With the, situations that are going on right now, the background's just going to have to be what the background's going to be. But I got my boy Nate here for the first time in a long time. Nate's over here on the pod. What's going on, my And we got my boy Loft, who is dressed to the nines over here because he is cold and it is like 8 degrees over in Philadelphia right now. So how you doing, my man? And what is going on today in the world of pro wrestling?
I'm chilling, man. I think it's 8 where Nate's at. I don't know what temperature.
Yeah, it's 8. Well, hold on, let me recheck. I believe it was 8 degrees. I think it went down. Oh, it's still 8.
I hope it ain't 8 over here. That would be tough. I don't know.
It's 8 degrees.
You're dressed up for it at least.
3 mile per hour winds.
Man.
Damn.
Phil, it is colder in Connecticut than I thought. We were walking. The hotel and the arena are like 5 minutes. I've never a longer walk in my life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We were pushing against the cold air. It's colder in there than it is here. I was pissed the fuck off.
For sure. Connecticut is not a good place for the weather. Yeah, so it's 12 degrees over here, and yeah, we're just trying to survive the cold. Look, we're back, as you all know, and we are kind of just figure this out with some things happening in the works. With the new year coming and just about a week and a half, I should say, there are a ton of things that are in store for all of us. And we are definitely going to try to, I want to try to be more consistent with these episodes. I definitely do. But when I have the availability to do so with the new setup that I'm hopefully going to be able to have, that's going to be the time where I can hunker down and I really can do things like this on a semi-regular basis once again. So trust me, the podcast is not going anywhere. I never wanted to go anywhere. I don't think these guys are going to go anywhere when it comes down to this whole situation. And we're just going to try to set things in order when we are able to do so. But other than that, we're just going to keep grinding and we're just going to be doing what we need to do. So how do you guys feel about that?
Hey, shit. We got all the time in the world, so I mean, it's just all of us got our own lives and shit. Shit is crazy. I think we have a good year ahead of us, and want to try to do some different things, and hopefully we can bring in some new people as well as attaining the old people, or people that have been here for the entire ride. Because we're still close to like a big milestone. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not cool with bringing on no more people, bro. I'm the last new guy here, bro.
Oh no, not like that. I'm talking about new
not
like that.
Okay, all right, cool.
I don't think
like new viewers to the product and everything.
Okay, all right. I'm cool with that. I thought y'all were trying to replace me already, bro. I was about to say, dang.
You've been new for the past 3 years of this show, so at the end of the day,
you know what I'm
saying? That's like I feel, bro.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, we got all the time in the world, and once everything is really all set up and ready to go for new places and new avenues, we should be really good to go. Nate, what's going on with you, man? Like I said, it's been a little while since you've been on this side of the podcast and everything like that, but you've got your own stuff going on. I see you grinding, I see you doing your thing, but how you feeling about what's going on as of right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of like personal stuff going on. But besides that, the year is almost over. It's kind of ready to start off fresh going into the new year. The whole TikTok thing is slowly coming to an end for me and maybe everybody else with the whole quote unquote ban and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Trying to move stuff over to other platforms, Twitch, Kick, maybe YouTube again. The only thing with YouTube is that the editing takes the longest, and I don't feel like editing, so I'm lazy. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Just a whole bunch of stuff going on in my personal life, but other than that, as far as everything else, yeah, I'm trying to get the Twitch rolling, get the Kick rolling, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, trust me, I know. With me really starting up the whole YouTube channel over the course of the last few months, I get the whole editing process. Believe
Yeah.
I God. But yeah, my side of things, we're finally able to, get on the up and up, and we're finally getting things back in order and everything. The move is happening very quickly within about a week and a half. So I mean, whether it's look, it's happening one way or another, and whether I like it or not. So it is what it is, and we just got to keep on moving. I've been pumping up content like it's no goddamn tomorrow with the YouTube channel and with everything else, just trying to branch out because of that whole TikTok ban or whatever the heck it's really going to be called or whatever it's going to be. But regardless, we all knew that eventually this was bound to happen, with everything that there's a beginning and there's an end to everything, right? And now with this whole journey of TikTok, which we all really started off on. I mean, come on, I think that's really kind of what a platform that we kind of not only just met each other on first and foremost, but that's where we kind of really all got started in terms of the content creation journey. And now we're just trying to evolve and go onto other platforms. That way, A, we're just not forgotten about, and B, because we still love doing this whole thing called content creation. We love professional wrestling and we love making content about it. So we had to evolve, and that's all that we're doing at the end of the day.
Yeah, bro. This is it's got to be the year of change. I'm retiring from Kick in December. I'm retiring from Kick. I'm done. We'll talk about that privately. It's a whole bunch of shit with that, but I'm getting off there. YouTube was really my start piece, but TikTok became just something even bigger than I ever thought it could. So even though I love it and I appreciate it and I love what I created on there and what we made as a community, part of me is ready for it to go away. Part of me is really ready. So I mean, we'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's really going away for real. They say that we're going through this 4 or 5 times now. I don't know. I'm not gonna believe it until I open my phone and the app's not even there anymore. And it says null on it. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, this could be like a whole other Flappy Bird situation where it gets to the App Store, but then all of a sudden, as long as you still keep it on your phone, you're still good and ready to go. I don't know.
They said they're gonna just stop updating it, so eventually it'll become unusable. It'll just self-destruct after a while, which has already been doing that since 2023. But I digress. Yeah, no more Kick, maybe no more TikTok. I don't know, but we got YouTube, we got Twitch. I heard they made some new shit called Lemon 8 or some shit. I'm not going on that.
Bro, so Lemon 8 is powered by TikTok.
Oh, well, they're fucked too then.
That's
yeah.
as soon as TikTok's gone. So I mean, hell.
Yeah, because I looked that up too, and I was going to download it, and I looked it up, and it said powered by TikTok. I'm like, oh, this is stupid. I'm like, all right, never mind. I'm not going to download this. That's
gone just as much as TikTok is going to be.
Yeah,
and you can do Instagram Reels like Corbin is saying over here, but that algorithm is pretty much as messed up as TikTok's at times. So I mean, that algorithm doesn't even really get shown to anything. So, everybody's just going to have to evolve, and a lot of people have already done that. And whether you are just trying to evolve as much as the other guys, or you're just trying to get things back in order, just gotta move with the flow, and you just gotta move with the motions and just get things going in the way that you want it to. So
It don't stop no party at all. Gotta move on.
Everything will work out in due time. But in terms of professional wrestling, dear God, this week has been through. This week has already been through hell. Another hell in professional wrestling once again. You guys see the thumbnail. You guys see the question in the thumbnail. You guys even see the question that is in the title of this video. Who is facing who at WrestleMania? Who the hell knows? That's honestly the logical answer to all of this because, with everything that's kind of popped out right now, with matches being discussed internally for WrestleMania and matches that we want to see happen at WrestleMania and everything like that, we legitimately have no idea what is going to be happening at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas until one man makes the decision. And that man is Dwayne. We all know Dwayne has everything to do with this. I mean, once Dwayne figures out what he wants to do, things will fall into place. But until then, the man's just going to be shooting Moana 2 and, doing
And 3.
number 705 and
Two Fairy.
So,
Scorpion Kings.
Sequel. They're doing another Fast and Furious movie?
Yeah, it's going to be Power Rangers in space. Fast and Furious. with Roman Reigns. It's going to be crazy.
Oh, my God.
I know that franchise more than just cars. But how many car movies can you make?
Vin Diesel said, "I want to get back to cars." Y'all can't. Y'all were on space last movie. Y'all can't go back to cars now.
It's about family, though.
And I understand it took a lot for Vin Diesel and The Rock to get back together and to even be in the same room with each other, apparently because of the beef that they have. But man, you can't do many more car movies. I'm telling you right now. I'm sorry.
It's funny. Tyrese hates The Rock too. I remember when Tyrese and The Rock were arguing. That shit was hilarious. So Tyrese and Vin Diesel just hate The Rock. It's just crazy. I don't want to see no more Fast and the Furious. I don't know how much more furious they can get. I'm not trying to watch that shit.
Once Fast 7 hit, and I watched that, I was done.
Is that the one, the last Paul Walker one?
Yes.
Yep, I cried a lot.
That was the last one that I really watched too.
Once that one was done, because Paul Walker was my favorite person in that entire franchise. Once that happened, it was done. I don't
cooked after that. They should have just stopped it, but got to get more furious, I guess.
But yeah, well, there's your movie update, I guess, with with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But look. I'm being serious when I say this. Once The Rock figures out what he wants to do for WrestleMania, because he's going to be involved in it one way or another, things will fall into place. But until right now, we have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. I don't know. God. I'm scared. He's gonna try to fuck it up again. He's gonna try to save WrestleMania again. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not. He tried to save it last year and it wasn't good.
First place when that happened.
It's his ego, man. He thinks he has to save it. He thinks he's Black Adam. Black Adam was a terrible movie, Rock. You can't save everything. You're not. 40 was fine without you come putting your damn fingers on it. Now you're gonna try to fucking finger this shit too. Fuck that shit.
I don't like the fingering.
Yeah, bad terminology. We keep moving on. Yeah. Terrible choice for it. We don't keep moving on.
But you know what? It is kind of fair.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to just fuck everything up because he wanna. Listen, I will give both of y'all $5 in like pennies, like hand by hand, if we ever see The Rock get pinned ever again. If we ever see The Rock get pinned 1, 2, 3 or lose a match, no, let me just say pinned. Because if he comes back, he's going to either beat Cody or beat Roman.
Yeah.
That's it.
This whole thing started when Russell Votes tweeted out that internally, right now, as of Fightful released on the 20th, so yesterday, that CM Punk versus Roman Reigns is in discussion internally for a potential matchup at WrestleMania 41. Now, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns is a match that many people want to see. You know, with Roman Reigns and CM Punk, with the connection of Paul Heyman, that is a match that many people want to see, myself included, because that match would be great. WrestleMania, however, though that would be a great spot for it, I don't want it there. I don't want it there. Because you have so many opportunities to do the matches that I feel like many fans ultimately want to see now for WrestleMania. And if you put these two in a match against each other, that takes both matches that people want to see for this year's WrestleMania out of contention. And then that would leave Seth Rollins, who Deontay is saying in chat, and let's just face it, The Rock, to go find other people to face at WrestleMania. Because people want to see CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, even though we're getting it on January 6th, which we will be talking about later on. And people want to see Roman Reigns versus The Rock now. I know not you do. Well, I know not you do. But now many people feel that this is the most opportune time to do it, because at the end of the day, The Rock is still going to be here whether anybody likes it or not. So is Roman Reigns. And at the end of the day, this is just to really get things in gear for that head of the table Bloodline story, for the ending of that, who is the real head of the table for WrestleMania. And yet, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns is a good match. And I want it. But you can save that shit for SummerSlam 2025, and I think that would be just as big. That's just me, though.
What do you think, Nate?
I don't care about Dwayne.
That's real. That's real.
Me neither.
But yeah, like as far as like
Roman Reigns.
Roman is gonna face at WrestleMania and Cody is gonna face at I don't know. Like I said, I feel like Cody would probably fight maybe Randy and KO in a triple threat with how the story is going with KO and stuff, and then Randy is on the shelf now, so I don't know. I feel like it'll probably be a triple threat or some crap like that. As far as Roman got too many ops right now. Mostly in the new bloodline with Solo and them. I don't know where The Rock would just pop up out of nowhere and just be like, hey, what's up? Let's fight. So I don't know.
See, bro, it's just like, and I've said this in nauseum over time and time again. You feel me? But it's just like the time for Rock and Roman to me passed about 8-9 years ago, because they could have done this match a long time ago. They didn't just become cousins. You know what I'm saying? They could have done this whole thing a long time ago. Now, obviously, with the whole Tribal Chief storyline, it makes more sense. The Rock calling himself the final boss, and then it's just it's getting convoluted now. And now they're talking about adding championships to the match, and it's like they're trying to make up belts.
Next,
and Rock already has a belt that he just holds, that he doesn't defend. He just has it. So it's too much going on at once, And as many people who I know want to see Rock and Roman, because I know I don't, but a whole bunch of people really do want to see it. I haven't heard one good reason yet for wanting to see the match. Because the only thing I've heard is just people say, for the vibes, for the aura, for a stare off. And I'm like, I don't care to see a Roman who's stronger, faster, everything more superior to Rock at this current moment fight The Rock for 15 minutes when Rock can't match up to Roman's speed. Roman's in his prime still. Rock is well out of his prime.
I've said it many times on this show that if we are going to get Rock versus Roman, you better do it now or you don't do it at all. Because if you just wait after year after year after year, like they have been doing. Because at first it was supposed to be at WrestleMania 39. Then things changed because he couldn't do it. And then all of a sudden we got to Cody, and then Cody lost. which I was still pissed off, by the way. But you know what? We got a great moment in the way anyway because of WrestleMania 40, and I got to see my guy win the title live.
Yeah.
Then it was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 40 because you know what? The Rock just said, yeah, no, fuck your story. I'm going to face him, Roman. I'm going to face him anyway. And then they're like, yeah, no, fuck that. We're going to have him finish the story anyway. And they're like, okay. But now, now he has no idea what he wants to do. He probably wants to face Roman, but we have no idea where he is because the last time we saw him, he was at Bad Blood. He did 1, 2, 3, slit his throat, and then we've never seen him again. A lot of people thought he was going to show up at Survivor Series after the Bloodline War Games match. That didn't happen, which I was honestly kind of surprised about because though I would, with everything that was happening there, I honestly thought it really could have been a possibility, but they just left the show in that flat ending that many people thought it was. But now we got January 6th happening.
Yeah.
And January 6th is the first ever episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, which I'm very excited about, to be truthful. Because we got 3 amazing matches on the show that Triple H said, and WWE executive says that this is going to be like a WrestleMania-like type show on Netflix. And if you take a look at the card right now, it's basically a WrestleMania type card. But you're going to be getting it on Netflix for the first ever episode of Monday Night Raw on there. And I think it's going to be a great show. But you got Roman Reigns taking on Solo Sikoa for the Ula Fala in a tribal combat match. Now, if what Loth is saying is true with that whole tribal championship, which I, for one, hope to God that it's not, but WrestleVotes did tweet that out earlier on in the week. If that tribal championship is true, and we get that on the line, I'm not here for it. I'm not, because that Ula Fala is more than enough to have that kind of match. And if The Rock ever were to make an appearance on that first ever episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, which I do believe is the case, then you'd have that moment to do that. But do not put a championship. Do not make a title, because it would just be worthless.
Yeah, bro. It's just all that belt. I think all of us pretty much figured that Roman was probably going to beat Solo, but you add a belt to it. Now we know Roman is going to beat Solo if you didn't already know. So it's like you're adding too much shit. And then if Roman just has the belt, is he going to defend it against Rock? So Rock will be a double champion? Or what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? You know?
Unless somehow, some way, I'm just being devil's advocate here, okay? I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but what if somehow, some way, Bloodline still got involved? Let's say a new Bloodline member that we don't know about, Hikuleo, let's just say, because he still hasn't shown up yet.
Mm-hmm.
Shows up, calls Roman Reigns the match, Solo Sikoa wins. Then all of a sudden we see The Rock show up. Then we see that The Rock was behind the Bloodline 2.0 all along, and that is where we get things set in gear for Rock and Roman heading into Mania. I'm just saying, because, a lot of people are just kind of writing off Solo Sikoa in a way. And I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are just...
I am.
A lot of people are just expecting Roman Reigns to win. And I, for one, was like that as well. But if The Rock is showing up on the first ever episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix to reveal that he is basically the one that's behind Bloodline 2.0, I don't know. Things could happen. I'm just saying. There's a lot of things can happen in that. Because now that's the main event. The main event was supposed to be Seth Rollins and CM Punk. That's what they announced on the Raw kickoff show on Wednesday, but then all of a sudden it got changed later on in the week, and now Roman and Solo was the main event. So you know something big is going to happen now. So The Rock is showing up, in my opinion. We just got to figure out what's happening.
It's gonna be hard to call. If Rock ends up like just rock bottom Roman at the end of the show and it's the last thing we see before that show ends, then I think a lot of people are going to say, okay, they're going with that. But I'm taking like more like Dwayne's side of it, because all Disney has to do is call him and say, hey, we don't give a damn what you did on Raw. We got to have you go and do this Tooth Fairy Reloaded movie. Rock is done.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously more of a bigger priority, so they can do whatever they want to do on January 6th. If he gets called to do a movie, he's already shown for about 5-6 years now that the movie is priority over people's elbow. So I'm not going to allow myself to, until I see those two walk out and the bell rings, I'm not believing that they do a Rock and Roman match, and I'm definitely not subscribing to it, But
Right.
I mean, anything could change. Things change every day, with this shit.
Every hour of this company. So, Nate, I don't know where your head's at with this whole Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa match on January 6th, but to me, now with that being the main event, Rock is showing up one way or another. We just got to figure out who's holding that Ula Fala. Nothing, Nate.
Nah, like
there's just a lot of moving pieces.
It is like I really don't want to see The Rock like come out of nowhere and throw up the L like he did in the original Bloodline. Instead of throwing up the one, you throw up the L. Yeah, throw up the L. And I really don't want to hear The Rock smack talk like how he did with Cody. Yeah, boy, you trying to do that, boy? And I ain't trying to hear that, bro. I ain't trying to hear that, So yeah. Oh, TJay says send the link. I guess TJay wants up in here.
All right.
You bum. All right.
I will see if I can do that. On the phone here. Yeah. Continue. Nate, I gotta see if I can get this.
Yeah. So let's try and stall for a little bit. But but yeah, I ain't trying to hear or see anything about The Rock personally for me. But I know like we're talking about WrestleMania and who Roman is going to face. It could be a possibility of anybody. A lot of people want to see The Rock. I ain't trying to see The Rock. What's up, TJay?
What's good? I forgot we were on StreamYard. I texted. I was like, send the link. Then I was like, wait, I have the link already.
Yeah, so we talking about Dwayne. I ain't trying to talk about Dwayne, but I gotta talk about Dwayne. So,
what do you do now? What he did?
We're talking about who's facing who at WrestleMania, and we're talking about mostly Roman right now, and the possibility of him fighting Dwayne at WrestleMania.
Gotcha.
Any words on?
What happened?
I got mad cheese and what
damn right I am, Josh. Shut your mouth.
Is Sabrina Carpenter fanboys here? That's real.
Yeah, that's me.
He's some. Oh shit! All right, bet.
OVW is on? Okay.
What?
Yeah. Ohio Valley.
Did you say OVW?
Yes.
What?
What do you mean?
Hey, I know her. Freaking what's her name? Shawnese something.
It's on like currently?
Yeah, it's on channel My 24, whatever channel y'all local channel is. But yeah, it's on right now. Channel 24, whatever. There's a OVW. Yes, Josh. It's still a OVW.
But yeah, man, Rock's a hoe. I mean,
Yeah.
if he does show up on January 6th, I will be happy to see him because he's an entertaining guy. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the greatest of all time. But it's just like I'm here for The Rock. I'm not here for Dwayne. That's my thing. Dwayne is the one that politics to get his way. Rock is The Rock, obviously. I'm not here. I need to see one and not the other because the other one is going to politic. And if he fights Roman, he's going to beat Roman. If he fights Cody, he for sure is going to beat Cody. If lightning don't strike first, you feel me? So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like Cody is gonna have to fight like Randy or something like that, just because of like the story that's currently going on, and how Randy kept eyeballing the championship in the past. So like I feel like that's coming soon, but right now he got Kevin Owens and stuff like that. So I don't know.
That's the thing. That's why I think you should have already put Kevin Owens over if you were going to do this storyline. But I see why they didn't. And then Kevin Owens has his belt, and I assume Cody's gonna fight him for that belt, probably like the Royal Rumble or some shit. All that's gonna do is lead to another Cody win, which is cool with me, But I don't know for a fact that they're thinking of a triple. I thought they were going more so Randy versus KO at WrestleMania, and just not have Randy come back until like the Royal Rumble, and then have him like eliminate KO or some shit like that. So it's just it's too much going on in the call, But I feel like they have a lot. I feel like they have a plan right now. I feel like they know what they want to do. They just can't fully go through with it because Rock can just say, "Oh no, let's change it." And I think that's a terrible way to go about it because we can't keep holding on the flimsy Rock platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he's not reliable. He can come and go as he pleases. So that's not reliable. We need people. Punk, Roman, and Cody. They ain't going nowhere. Rollins ain't going nowhere. I don't think. God forbid an injury. So we should use them while they're healthy. And you see him Punk before he gets to a certain point, I think they have an easy solution, but they don't want to do it. Or they can't do it. Because is Rock Triple H's boss? Is that I remember someone told me that, but I didn't know. I don't know what the stature is. I don't know. I thought he was he's like the leader of TKO or some shit, but I don't know.
Yeah, TJ, you know anything about that? And TJ is dead. All right, cool. All right.
Can't say nothing. Phil said let him in. I can't do it. I think.
Let me in.
Let him in.
I know I can't do it.
I can't. Hold on.
I don't. Yeah, it's not showing me anything to let him in on my phone. Because usually it'll say a guest tab, but I don't see one popping up on here.
I know I can't do it.
Nothing to kick Phil out his own thing.
Is that what happened? I wonder why he left.
Let me in. Hold on. Let me see if I can do something.
If you think him being Punk was bad, that's what I was thinking about earlier.
Okay, give me a second.
You can have a damn Rock and Punk match happen if you want to at some point. Not WrestleMania,
Okay.
but damn.
Oh, there he is. Okay, he's alive.
Are we okay?
I was just about to sing you.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound quieter, but we hear you.
The hell? Is this okay?
Damn. Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Look. I know it's bad quality with the camera and everything, but this is the best I got right now because my phone completely just exploded on me. So now
Your
there's
phone
yeah.
exploded.
Get out the house. See, bro?
Yeah,
You're a little too calm for that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Why
your phone exploded on you.
phone exploded and you just like, hey, I'm here.
Exploded in terms of heat. That's what it is. It's like literally on fire right now. So
That didn't make it.
Yeah, that didn't solve
any,
anything. It's
yeah,
kind of worse.
that didn't make it. Any
it doesn't solve anything at all. No. So I mean, now I have to deal with that shit. But to answer your question, Loft, yes, The Rock is basically Triple H's boss.
Okay.
The whole hierarchy thing, yeah. Triple H can literally have everything set in stone for WrestleMania, and then The Rock could just say, yeah, no, fuck it, we're doing something else. Like we'll do like Nia Jax versus like fucking Candice LeRae or something like that. That for WrestleMania, they can do that, and they can just say that, and it'll happen because it's The Rock.
You wouldn't be mad at that. Wait a minute now. I would not be upset at that. Wait a minute.
Nia versus Candice? Okay.
I would kind of rock with that. We being real.
Man, what the hell would they be wrestling about?
Box ahead. I don't know. Either way, I'm watching it. As long as Candice is on WrestleMania, I don't care what the match is.
That's kind of wild. I never thought about Candice LeRae at WrestleMania, but
she can make her titles at Mania now. You can.
If she wants to, I guess. I
don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you know, The Rock shit. The Rock is just fucking everything up, like normal, and I guess we'll see where things go. In terms of Cody, I thought you guys were talking about Cody earlier, before I came in.
Yeah, more so about who's gonna fight at Mania. Will they do a triple threat or not, or whatever?
It's got to be Randy. It's got to be Randy. I think what they ultimately can do, and this is just me spitballing at this point, but with KO holding the Winged Eagle Championship, and with Cody still being the current champion, I think we could honestly see some sort of ladder match in the future, either at the Royal Rumble or at next Saturday night's main event, with both championships being hung up in the air, and we can see some sort of like Shawn Michaels versus Ramon type deal from WrestleMania 10. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Then whoever wins that obviously would be the champion, and then you can still do KO versus Randy at some point, and then Randy could win either the Rumble or the Chamber, preferably Chamber, to get to Cody at Mania. And Cody and Randy needs to happen, to me.
See, Phil, I like your
that's
idea,
and I
got the perfect way for it to work also. So what if at the next Saturday night's main event, you do KO versus Cody with that ladder match like you were talking about? Cody wins, obviously. But what if Cody wins because Randy comes back, RKO's Kevin, that's how Cody wins, then you get Kevin and Randy at the Rumble. And then Randy wins the Chamber, you get Randy Cody at Mania. Boom!
Right. Isn't that kind of what I said?
I don't know.
You just add the RKO and stuff.
The Chamber part, the Chamber part is like, I honestly thought Punk was gonna win the Chamber.
Oh snap!
I set my brain up for that. I didn't want to.
I have Punk winning the Rumble. I have Punk winning the Rumble.
That's even worse.
Right now.
I'd rather him win the Chamber than the Rumble. Shit. I don't know.
I have Punk winning the Rumble, and I have Punk winning the Rumble in case if Rollins wins the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther at some point to get Rollins and Punk at Mania for the world title.
That's what I was mad about. I don't think Punk and Rollins. I do think I saw a lot of people mad because
it doesn't need
Rollins
a world title.
Exactly. Rollins and Punk are going to fight more than once. Rollins and Punk are going to fight. I think they're going to fight at least 3 times. If you're going to do the trilogy at WrestleMania, that's cool. But you don't have to have that match for a world championship.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah, and then I don't like how fast we're moving away from Gunther either. Like we're moving away from Gunther.
It doesn't need a world
fast,
championship, but I think it can happen.
Why are we moving from Gunther? Like I feel like Gunther's being used as a step stool for this, and it's like he's been a very good world champion. Why are we like moving past that just to get to Punk and Rollins when that match doesn't need a championship? You feel me?
The thing is, like, what's sad about it all, and I don't mean to bring this up, but I feel like if Ilya Dragunov did not get hurt, I don't think really any of that World's Championship situation would have been a problem. Because I think we really could have seen Ilya versus Gunther at Mania if the injury never happened.
See, I still think there's a chance because Ilya got injured a few months ago, and I know the ACLs take at least 9 months. That's if you're a normal rehabber.
Yeah.
But we've seen Ilya's workouts. He is not normal. And Cena came back from that pec tear, which also was like a 9-month injury, in 4 months. Why? Because he told us he was going to PT 3 times a day. I feel like Ilya is probably on that same type of wavelength, if not more. So even though it might seem far-fetched for a normal person, I would not be surprised if Ilya was able to return at the Rumble, if not maybe the Raw after Rumble. I would not, especially since it's in February now, I would not be surprised at that.
Yeah, it's the first day of February of the Rumble this year, so he's got till the end of January, really.
That would be cool.
I don't know.
They still are like, you got to work on developing him too. Cause I feel like they were like halfway into developing him, and then they got cut short, obviously. So you got to build him up first, and then go back. But I don't think that'll take that long because Ilya's a freaking monster. So it's like, I don't think it'll take that long.
Look, you guys know where I have Cena at WrestleMania anyway. So I mean, it is what it is. But
Cena's a whole different thing. Cena's
a lot of people think that it could be Cena and Gunther at Mania. That's the only reason why I brought him up. But you already know where I have Cena in this whole entire situation.
Oh, man.
I love Cena and Gunther. That's a great idea.
If the chat don't know, I honestly have Cena and Logan. I don't want it, but I can see it happening.
I hate that. Because why give that spot to Logan when you can give
Corbin,
it to up and comer like Carmelo Hayes? Like that is so lame.
Yeah,
Look at Cena and Melo at Mania.
Because you can do Carmelo Hayes at any other time. Because you can do
Logan and Cena at any other time. And I know it's not you, Phil, but it's like I hate that they're using this as but Logan brings a lot of eyes. We don't need Logan. It's Cena. It's Cena's last Mania. That's bringing all the fucking eyes right there. Even if Logan Paul wasn't in the company,
who says
Cena's
losing?
Watch wrestling anymore? No, not losing. Oh, no, I said losing. I said even if Logan wasn't in the company, Cena being advertised as this is his last Mania match, that brings people who haven't watched since 2008. That'll bring them back because it's like, damn, I grew up watching Cena and it's his last Mania. I gotta watch that. People from other sports are gonna watch it. People who watch Cena in movies, Peacemaker, they'll tune in just because of that. They don't need Logan to bring in eyes. So let's be fully real. The only eyes Logan is bringing in are a bunch of fucking incels who are only gonna watch it for that one match and not watch it again. We don't need their eyes. And if Triple H and WWE are smart, you would not waste Cena's last Mania match on Logan Paul, because the only argument people give for it is that, Logan draws eyes. Logan can do these cool moves. You know who else can do those moves and can draw money? Carmelo Hayes. You know who else can do those moves and draw money? Nathan Frazier. If we're just talking about, they can do moves and draw money, I can pull half a dozen at least off the roster that can do it, that have more talent than Logan. If you really want to make the best of Cena's last Mania match, if you're not going to run Cena and Punk, Cena and Rollins, Cena and Reigns, or Cena and Orton, you need to go with someone who's slated to be the future of the company. Don't waste that on Logan Paul, who's probably going to be gone in the next 2 to 3 years once he finds his next big business venture.
Cena and Melo is not going to be Cena's last match. That is going to happen it's going to happen later on down the line, Cena and Melo, but I do not see it at Mania, and I do not see it being his last match. Cena's last match, in my eyes, is going to be Randy Orton, and I don't think it really is going to be any other way. But I look, here's the thing. TJ, I agree with you 100%. It doesn't need to happen. Cena versus Logan Paul does not need to happen at the WrestleMania. But I just feel like it's gonna happen. I don't make any of the choices. I don't make any of the plans. I don't make any of the rules. I'm just thinking that it's gonna happen. Do I want it to happen? No. Do I think it really do I think it's really going to be, any type of, groundbreaking type of matchup? No, but who's at the end of the day, if this is gonna be seen as last match, I don't give a shit. Well, if it's going to be seen as last WrestleMania, I should say, I don't give a shit who he's facing at WrestleMania because Cena's going to win. And if he doesn't win, I'll be very shocked.
But that's the problem, though. I think you do care because think about it. If Cena were to go out there and fight Butch, Pete Dunne,
I care. He has to win at Mania. He has to win at Mania.
That's the thing.
I love Pete Dunne, but man,
I don't think Cena winning is the most important thing. You got to think about. I think about it like when I hear Cena versus Logan, I think Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle for Kurt's last match. That's what pops into my head. Now, obviously, those are two totally different scenarios, but it's like
but his last match is not happening at Mania. It's happening in December, yo.
But then you have to ask yourself the question: which one is more important, his last match or his last WrestleMania match? That's open to interpretation. A lot of people, it's 50-50. I think a lot of people think the Mania match is more important, but some people think the last match ever is more important.
Right almost on the same line.
So where are we at?
To me, that's like right on the same line.
Exactly. So there's no place on that line for Logan Paul. And if they decide to do that just because of, again, I can't think of a logical reason for that at all. But it's like, what part of the line is that? What part of John Cena's career leads him to the crossroads of him and Logan Paul staring at each other like a Stone Cold and Rock? You feel me? Where does it get to that point?
It's not going to be anything close to that, though, and you know that. So you're doing a whole comparison of The Rock and Stone Cold for no reason.
Because, and I have to take it to the extreme. I know it's not Rock and Stone Cold. I'm saying that for example of. You can't put on in John Cena's retirement year a match against a YouTuber. That's the point I'm trying to get across. That's it. It doesn't. There's nothing more than that. I don't care how way you get there. I don't care what you build a championship on the line. There's nowhere on Cena's retirement tour which should be I'm having a match against podcast YouTuber dude. There's so many.
I don't want y'all to crucify me if it happens. As long as that.
No, it ain't your fault.
If it happens, I'm not getting crucified. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, if it happens, put that shit on Raw. Put that shit on a Raw. That's a Raw match. That ain't a Mania worthy match.
It ain't that damn a WWE speed match. Fuck that. I don't want to see it on Raw neither. Fuck Logan Paul.
Put that shit on main event.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck Logan Paul. I want to see it on.
Look, I'm not getting crucified again because of a take, okay? The last time I got crucified was Austin Theory, and look how that turned out, okay? So thank you very much.
Hey, OVW.
Last time I got crucified on this app for saying something that was 100% going to be the truth was Austin Theory winning Money in the Bank, and he cashed in on a mid-card title and fucking lost. So thank you very much.
Well, you feel vindicated in that sense,
Yeah, because I was fucking right.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't yell at you. If I thought you were wrong, I would have yelled at you too. But that's why I was like, oh yeah, he got it.
Because I was fucking right.
Even Austin Theory is more. You have Austin Theory versus Cena again. Even though that match was really bad and people don't talk about it.
That was stupid.
That match was stupid. But that makes more sense than having Logan. I'd rather see Austin Theory and Cena have another try again. Because Austin Theory is just
fail again
right now.
Yeah,
Theory fail again.
That makes even more sense. But Logan Paul, there's nowhere on this retirement tour where I see Logan Paul as a notch on it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't want to say this. I didn't know how people were gonna react to it, but I don't give a fuck really. I don't care about the Randy match either. I don't care to see Cena fight Randy again. Because they outlasted that when they were having the unification storyline. What was that, 2016, 2015?
Yeah.
They outlasted that.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
What's up, man?
It's definitely a fair. It's definitely a
SpongeBob
fair
House.
point. You know what? Look, Cena's whole retirement tour. It's just. It's a very delicate subject. It's a very touchy subject because all of us are here because we grew up watching John Cena, and at the end of the day, whether you were a fan of him throughout this entire time or whether you weren't, you want to see Cena's last year go out without a hitch, and you'll want to see matches happen for the last time because Cena versus Seth, Cena versus Randy, Cena versus Breaker, Cena versus Mellows. There are so many matches that people want to see out of this entire deal. And we're only going to get Cena for, at first, when I thought was a limited amount of days, but then all of a sudden I saw a report that said that he's going to be full-time. So I don't know what's happening.
Are you going to be in every single city, bro?
Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
Either way,
oh man.
Either way, I don't care what it takes. I'm seeing Cena one last time. And if his final match, I say, is in the TD Garden in Boston, I'm traveling. I don't care.
Yeah, I might have to go to Boston. I ain't gonna lie. I hate Boston, but I'm
if it's in Boston at the TD Garden, I'm going.
Fuck the Celtics, but I might.
Bro, I get to see him first though. I'm going to the Rumble, so I get to see him first.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna cry.
There you go.
That's gonna be crazy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Off topic. We talking about John Cena. I'm gonna get back to that, but OVW got like a female Royal Rumble right now, and a lot of Layla Gray just came out. So they got Layla Gray. They got Shawnice Royal, Ivy Malibu Loft popped up.
Yeah.
Miss Larkin popped up.
Oh, she's there.
Yeah, she's there.
I might tap in.
It's a couple of like female wrestlers that we know.
Some Larkin.
I'm about to tap in.
But yeah, like my picks. Well, I feel like if Edge was still in WWE, that would be another good match for Cena to have to relive the rivalry with Edge.
If Cope was there, man.
Yeah, I'm not calling him Adam. No, that's freaking Edge, bro. I feel like that would be a good match. Like I said, right now, if I'm thinking of like older active wrestlers that Cena fought in the past or whatever, I would say probably like Punk, or if AJ comes back from his injury, I would say AJ. AJ versus Cena one more time.
AJ and Cena one more time. Beat up John Cena. That's gotta we gotta do it.
Yeah, I would say that. But for like newer superstars, I would definitely say Mello or Braun Breaker.
So. We can do both. We can do both. That's okay.
Triple threat?
Yeah.
Or separate feuds. Either way, it can happen.
Right.
And look, I want you guys' opinion on this, because with everything that's happening right now with Cena's tour, I firmly believe we're going to get number 17. I do.
We should. We should.
But Grand Slam champion, yes or no?
I think you can do both.
I think you can do both too. I do.
Yep. And I think you should. I think it would be a wasted opportunity if you didn't. And I know there are going to be people who are like, well, he doesn't need to get the Grand Slam. He already has a Hall of Fame career. We know that. He achieved Hall of Fame career status back in 2015. He could have left in and it'll be Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter. He is someone who, after the Nexus thing, he constantly puts people over. He put Austin Theory over at WrestleMania, and that went to nothing. I need him to start getting that shovel out there and start collecting belts. I need number 17. I need the Grand Slam. Hell, if you got to, put the tag title on one too, just so he can throw another one in there. Give me a makeshift tag team.
David Otunga again.
And
He was tag team
honestly,
champion with him, right?
With who?
Yeah, I think.
David Otunga.
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
Because remember, Drew was talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, Cena won the title. Cena and Otunga won the titles off of us."
And he beat McIntyre and Cody for him.
Exactly. Oh, you know what would be a great retirement match for Cena if we're not going to go with a young up and coming star? Drew. Drew would be a perfect.
I need
retirement
to
match
see a Drew and Cena match. I do.
That would
I
be
need to
crazy.
see a Drew and Cena match. And I'm sorry, I know, but at the end of the day, Cody and Cena is gonna happen.
Oh, it's got to.
That's another
Cody and
WrestleMania
Cena is
match you
gonna
can do.
happen.
For me, that's a WrestleMania.
That is a
match.
WrestleMania match that you can do.
And I want y'all to know right now, I'm gonna warn y'all. Everything I'm saying right now, when I hear his music hit at the Rumble, I'm gonna throw it all out the window and immediately flip it like Cody versus Cena, Mania 41. And I know,
Yeah.
I know. And then the next night, I'm gonna come back to my senses and be like, all right, this is the move. But for that one night, when I hear Cena's music hit in the Rumble, I am wholeheartedly gonna be like Cena versus Cody at Mania for the undisputed title. Let's get it done.
Because Cena very well could win. He's still been my pick ever since he said that he was retiring. He's
Oh,
still been my pick.
I'm fully. I know it may sound stupid. I'm fully planning on
Look,
Cena winning.
Cena's definitely a favorite for the Rumble, regardless. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like he is easily at least in the top 5 favorites. At least in the top 5.
I'll tell you right now,
And
who
that's
I
being
bet not
generous.
up the
You can
ring
even
at the
say
Rumble.
top 3.
I bet not seen Dwayne's bald ass in that ring at the Rumble.
man, I'm gonna be there live, bro. I'm gonna throw everything near me. I'm gonna throw at that ring, bro. If I see
I'll
Rock is
tell you
definitely
right now. I'll tell you right now if he's number 31. I'll tell you right now if he's
If
number
they only
31,
fucking
which does not
2K31.
exist,
if they
I
pull
would
a
cry.
2K20, I swear to God,
number
I swear.
32. Rock.
President Rock has entered the Rumble.
30 to
Makes
1.
up another number. Yeah.
Look, in the next couple of weeks, everybody, Michael Cole is just going to announce on commentary. Look, what? Guess what's back? The 40-man Royal Rumble is back, y'all. Let's go.
Okay, actually, Phil, I'm kind of glad you put that as a joke. I low-key think a 40-man Rumble could work with today's roster. It low-key could work.
It really could.
Not only because of that too, TJ, but the TNA partnership.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. Oh man.
Yeah.
The only 40-man and they wasted that shit on.
I mean, a 40-man Rumble can work.
Yeah. Bro,
and that was the only 40-man Rumble in existence.
What is this?
Only thing with that is they never booked the Rumble. I don't know why they don't book the Rumble like just having 30 people in there that actually could win instead of like putting people in there for filler.
Because ain't nobody thinking Tozawa about to win the damn Rumble, bro. I love Tozawa, but ain't nobody be like, oh shit, Tozawa and Cody at Mania.
You gotta get Tozawa.
Look, I respect this man I respect the man to no end. All right. I'm just gonna say this name, and I know it's gonna sound wild, but nobody expects Angelo fucking Dawkins, and I love the guy.
Hey, man,
he's not winning the Rumble.
down with Dawkins, man.
Oh man,
come on, man.
I can see a chamber win.
He's not winning the Rumble.
Man. Come on, Dawkins improved
the
over the years, man. He almost got fired, bro.
He has.
They definitely need to book the Rumble where like there's not just people coming out. Like we know Johnny Gargano is not winning the Rumble. Okay, we know he's not.
We know Johnny's not winning the Rumble.
That's no diss to him. It's just
Tomas is not winning the Rumble.
Your roster's big enough.
We know Tonga Loa is not winning the Rumble, even though he should.
Whoa, that's where you're wrong. What do you mean?
Oh God.
And Tonga Loa is winning and main eventing and squashing whichever champion he goes after.
The infamous Lopa.
That's our future face of the company right there.
I'm telling you. You gotta respect the infamous one, okay?
So no Trick Williams for the Rumble then.
Hey, actually, put Trick in there. Put Trick in there.
You can put Trick in the Rumble.
That whole crowd.
You can put Trick in the Rumble. You can put Trick in the Rumble, but do I expect him to win it? I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry.
Jacob Fatu running the Rumble. Boy, Jacob Fatu winning the Rumble. That would be lit.
You can have him in the Rumble.
I would not be mad at that.
I need Jacob Fatu to break the elimination
He could honestly
record.
be. He can be a future Rumble winner for sure. It's not going to be this year, but he can definitely be a future one for sure. And the Rumble record for eliminations, that's not a bad shout. You can really do that.
Imagine. I'm about to fantasy book this, and if it happens, I'm convinced Triple H watches the stream. At the Rumble, Jacob enters probably early on. It might be a thing where he Solo enters, and then Jacob enters after him, and Jacob's like, "Oh, I love you, Solo. I'm gonna make sure you win and shit." And Jacob's eliminating motherfuckers for Solo, and every time he eliminates someone, Solo just goes, "Acknowledge me," as if he did something. And then Big Rome comes in, and he and Jacob stare down. And they start jumping him, right? But then somebody else who hates the bloodline, I don't really know. It doesn't really matter who. They come in and kind of get Solo off him, and then Roman, Jacob going at it, yada, yada, yada. Jacob gets Roman against the ropes. He tries to run at him. Roman ducks under. Oh, spear. Picks him up. Tosses his bitch ass out the ring. Oh, yeah, he eliminated Jacob. Then Solo eliminates Roman. And then just have Roman and Jacob just start fighting all the way to the back. You can set that shit up to have a chamber match. Or a match at chamber, I should say.
You can. I want Roman and Jacob so bad. I do. I think that match. You can honestly do that at a WrestleMania if you really wanted to, but Elimination Chamber is not a bad shout. You can even do that at the Royal Rumble if you wanted to, keep him out the Rumble for whatever reason, but I don't think you would do that. I think you'd have him in the Rumble. But Jacob versus Roman has to happen at some point. You can even save it for SummerSlam if you really needed to. But I think what happens at SummerSlam 25, if Roman and Punk, even though it's still being in discussion for a WrestleMania match internally, you can do you can do Punk and Roman at SummerSlam, and I feel like that would be just as big. I said that to Nate and Loff earlier on, before you came in.
Yeah, you could definitely make that work, for sure.
But Jacob and Roman has to happen at some point for sure, I feel.
Yeah.
Sometime soon. I'm just fully preparing for Rock.
I wanted Jacob to be a part of the OG.
You said what?
I wanted Jacob to be a part of the OG bloodline before he joined the
that would have been crazy though. That would have been crazy. Jacob and Roman on the same team is fucking overpowered as hell.
Give them all the tag team title belts immediately, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It made all the sense in the world to. It made all the sense in the world to have Jacob turn on Solo at one point because Solo took Jacob's WWE title match away from that episode of SmackDown a long time ago. It made sense to do that at that point, but then it never did. But I would freaking love it if Solo just had every tribe member just turn. But I still feel like somehow, some way, Zilla could even show up. There's
Jacob's
so many
freaking
goddamn cousins here. There's so many goddamn cousins in this family. Zilla could show up. Hikuleo is still promised to show up at some point. God damn it.
Man, you got too many Fatus, bro.
It never ends.
Where?
Oh, I guarantee Hikuleo is
because
one to put the pause on Eddie Thorpe. Because Eddie Thorpe been moving kind of recklessly.
Eddie Thorpe.
And Lance in Hawaii is showing up at some point.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hikuleo, didn't they trademark the name Talatonga? I bet that's going to be his name.
They did trademark Talatonga. Yep.
They got to think of some new names. They can't.
Talatonga.
Tamatanga.
Tonga, Tongaloa, Tamatonga. I mean, come on.
It's gonna get very confusing after a while.
Jacob Fatu, Zilla Fatu, Lance Fatu, a whole bunch of Fatus.
Roman
So
Watch. It's gonna be Lance's new name. Instead of Lance and a Y, it's probably gonna be Lance Fatu.
it's gonna be Silo,
Which makes no sense because Zilla Fatu is right there.
Oh my god.
Silo Sokoa, Solo Sokoa,
Makes no sense. Lance
Silo
Sokoa.
Then they got Journey Fatu. That dude is big too.
Journey is here too. Yes, Journey's there.
Oh, DPW sighting. Angelica Risk.
Ooh.
I don't know if y'all know who Angelica Risk is from DPW, but yeah, she just showed up. Yeah. Oh man.
This bloodline shit never ends, but I mean they have enough time.
And then they're having kids on top of kids, so it's not going to end when we older.
So at the end of the day, dude,
crazy.
Nate alone, Jacob alone has 7. So I mean,
yeah, I know. And Roman got 5. That's 12.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a dozen right there.
There's 12 enough right there.
Bro, that's a starting 5 and a bench like that. Bro, that's crazy. That's a full basketball team right there, bro. Full roster.
That's a full basketball team.
Man, that's a full roster.
Cody's gonna be fighting this bloodline forever.
You're gonna have to at this point.
I need all the Rose family kids to grow up as fast as they can to help him because they need to help Uncle Cody.
Well, it ain't nowhere near enough. I think
not enough, man.
I think what Teal got maybe 2 or 3. Dustin, I think he got 2. The nephews are they're only 2 nephews. That's what 5, and then Liberty is 6. What? Y'all still outnumbered by 40 at least.
I was just about 40.
About 40.
About 40.
Bro, they keep spawning another one, man.
Another one. Somebody's got to make a skit of them just walking backstage, and then all of a sudden you just see another bloodline member down there. It's like, you're here too. You know too.
Yeah.
You're just walking backstage at WWE, and then all of a sudden in the corner of your eye, you just see another NOI family member. It's like, you're here too. Y'all need to stop. In other news, what else happened? Either this week or in general.
Do you want me to turn this bitch into a war zone?
I mean, depends on what you mean by that.
Liv beat EO clean as a whistle at Saturday night's main event.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have that argument now.
That is very true.
First of all, before
it's not an argument at all. It's just a fact.
Before we get into it, Locke, I'm about to put this argument to rest because we've been defending this woman time in, time out for these motherfuckers. I put on Twitter today, somebody said, who's a wrestler that you love that you think the hate is forced on? And I said, you know what? I'll even pull up the exact motherfucking tweet because I don't want people to be like, oh, that's not what you said. I will tell you exactly what I said.
I saw the tweet and I liked it. So.
For bar. I said, sorry, not sorry, but the argument that I don't like Liv because she got some crazy fans is stupid as fuck because every wrestler has a section of their fan base that are crazy and take things too far, but y'all motherfuckers still like them. So stop using that stupid excuse as a reason as to why you don't like Liv. Man the fuck up or woman the fuck up and just say you don't like Liv because you don't like her. Don't use that stupid, Oh, her fans are too crazy. That's why I don't like Liv. No, because you're a Roman fan, and Roman fans be doing the most stupid shit out there too. Cody fans got crazy fans. Bianca fans got crazy. Rhea, the ones y'all be like, oh, I like Rhea over Liv. Rhea fans sometimes are crazier than the Liv crazy fans. So stop using
They argue with each
he has
other.
Oh yeah,
crazy fans as an
I agree with
excuse.
that.
I was told they argue
They
with
argue
each
with
other.
each
I
other
never
like
seen
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So stop saying I don't like Liv because her fans are too crazy. That is so fucking stupid. And I hate that it's some of the people we are mutuals with that be using that same excuse, and I hate it. So stop using that. That is a dumb excuse.
That
Not
is
well.
just
Look, I agree.
every
I'm
every
not saying
superstar.
anything bad about Liv.
Every
I
superstar
don't
has
think I've
that
ever really
subsection.
said anything bad about Liv this entire time.
Yeah, no, it's not you. I just
But it doesn't
like
matter
she
what I
had in
say.
the house. Yeah.
Every superstar has that subsection that is just very much blinds everything else outside of what their favorite wrestler is, you know. And the Bloodline fans do it all the time too. The Bloodline fans, there's a whole bunch of. It's every wrestler. It's damn near every like popular wrestler has a few people that are just batshit crazy because people in the world are batshit crazy, you know. But I always thought that was a cop out. Just say you don't like her for like say something small. I don't really care. It's not going to change what I think. You know what I'm saying? I've also learned to stop asking people these things because I really don't give a fuck if you like them or not. You have to get into that like that conversation piece after a while, but you have to realize every wrestler has something about them that one person may not like or one person may gravitate to and choose that thing as okay, I'm gonna hone in on this. It doesn't really matter. You feel me? But if you're gonna say something as small as the fan base, then 95 of the wrestlers that you love, you shouldn't like them either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Liv didn't do anything
Yeah.
that bad to get the hate that she gets.
No one can argue, and if you do, you're just not seeing the improvement that Liv has had over the course of this year and even last. But this has been the best year of her entire career. And it's not even a debate at this point. This has been the best in terms of her presentation ever. And I don't care what anybody says. This has been the best in terms of championship runs. Because though she has not defended the championship a lot, because she really hasn't. I think this title defense on the 6th will be her 6th title defense. To me, I don't even really think that's even her fault. Because she's just been locked in this feud with Rhea, Bloody Ripley, for goddamn 9 months. It is not her fault that she has been, pigeonholed into this thing. And it is not her fault that WWE has not had any sort of legitimate challengers for her in that championship besides Rhea. That is WWE's fault for not actually doing their job properly. Liv Morgan has done more than enough to prove people that she has put in the work. And if you can't see that, and I'm saying you in a general sense, then you're just simply not watching.
And
I
even
don't
if
know
they
what
don't
else
see it, it
to
doesn't
do.
matter. You know, that's the thing. It doesn't matter if people don't see it because it's not only a Liv thing. There's a whole bunch of wrestlers that are generally unliked, but they've improved or they haven't done anything explicitly wrong for people to like not like them being shown on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. You know what I'm saying? I found out recently that Rich Holland has a bunch of diehard fans. I didn't know that. He has a bunch of diehard fans, and people love that man. It's a very small subsection, but they do. And that's the thing.
It's small.
But
It's got to be small.
you don't see that. You don't see that because he's a lower tier superstar. You know what I'm saying? But every superstar has that subsection, bro. That's why I feel like a lot of wrestling
No,
fans think that it's only their opinion and no one else's. When there's billions of people around the world watching wrestling, and there's one person who thinks the complete opposite of what the four of us think, And if we were to say our opinions, they would think the exact opposite and look at us like we're stupid. That's what makes the conversation good.
And here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And here's the thing about this. I'm glad you kind of brought up the small section of Ridge Holland fans, even though I personally have never seen them. But if you have, I'll take your word for it.
I can point them out to you if you want me to, but I have to download Twitter. And I don't want to do
I'll
that.
take your word for it.
I can show you where they at.
But here's the thing. When it comes down to a small subsection of fans that get behind a person that, is maybe so small in the sense of like people not either liking them or just, somebody that's either on the come up because, they're just starting out in a career for professional wrestling or what have you. That's what happened with me and Cody at the start. Cody was basically, pigeonholed as a quote unquote mid-carder for life. Right? But as you continue to follow people along with their story and as you continue to follow along with what they are given, you can see the progression from where they were in the beginning to the career and what they are now. And then all of a sudden, they're one of the most popular people on the entire planet in terms of a pro wrestling land space. Liv Morgan is very popular with her fan base, and there is no doubt about that. So is Rhea Ripley. Cody Rhodes, and basically everybody started from the bottom. And you have to work your way to where you are right now. Liv Morgan's done that. Rhea Ripley's done that. Cody has done that. Ridge, he's still got to get there. But you know what? If you're going from there to where he could be, I guess you got to do it. At some point, everybody's got to. But Liv Morgan, she's put in the work. It's just a matter of, whether you're a fan or not. And not everybody has to be a fan, but if you don't see it, then that's just on you.
Because now I've seen the narratives have turned to like people was like, oh, the work doesn't matter, and it's like, all right, you're just hating for no reason. Like I'd rather you just say, right, I'm a hater. Don't say the work doesn't matter, because if you're blatantly ignoring a superstar trying to get better when you wanted them to get better because you think they're bad, then you're looking right past what you wanted. Your logic is failing severely, but
right, yeah, like
it's not only a Liv problem,
No, not at all. But and TJay, I know you and I kind of had, and it wasn't even an argument. You and I were just talking back and forth on Twitter about the whole entire situation that's going to happen on January 6th. You literally said in a tweet, not even a part of the conversation, saying that I don't care if I'm the only delusional person in the world that think this is going to happen, but I personally want Liv Morgan to win on January 6th. And I personally just for the sake of conversation, I highly doubt that's happening. But if she were to retain, am I going to be mad at it? No. But I was just telling Loff earlier on, I believe it was even before we hit the record button, that even if she does retain, somehow, some way, WWE is still going to try to get Rhea Ripley another shot at the world title, because nobody else on Monday Night Raw is even logical enough to take that title off of her. And that's not anybody's fault. That's WWE's fault for not doing their job. I want to say that before anything else. But now you can go ahead.
So I get why people think Rhea should win on the 6th. But and this isn't you specifically. It's just most people's reasoning just comes down to Rhea relinquished the title. If she wouldn't have got injured, she wouldn't have dropped it. Or just give Rhea the title so we can get this over with. What do y'all, and again, not you, what do y'all think is going to happen if Rhea wins? Do you think automatically there's going to be a big lineup of stars that are ready to challenge her? No. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen if Liv wins, that there's going to be all these stars. No, they got to be built up. But what I can tell you is this. It's more believable if Liv is the champion, because everyone said it while Rhea was champion. When we were like, why didn't she defend against this person? Oh, it's not believable that Zelina Vega can beat Rhea. It's not believable that Kaden Carter can beat Rhea. It's not believable that so-and-so can beat Rhea. But then Rhea would not defend the title because she was caught up in Judgment Day stuff. And if somebody, please fact check me on this because I don't like spitting out misinformation. But Phil, you said Liv on the 6th. That will be her 6th title defense.
I believe so.
She has held that title 100+ days less than Rhea. And
she's in the 200-day mark. She is.
Right. And Rhea dropped the title due to injury at 380, I believe they said. I'm pretty sure Rhea had either the same amount of defenses or less in 380 days. And Liv is already about to hit number 6 in 260-something days. And this isn't me being like, oh, Rhea fucking sucks, because I love Rhea. I fucking love Rhea. I was cheering my ass off when Rhea beat Becky at Mania. I just don't want this to be a thing of, okay, let's just give Rhea the title because it's Rhea. Because on the flip side, y'all were angry as fuck when they were doing that with Bianca. And now you want them to do it with Rhea. But my main point is, y'all keep saying, and even Rhea said it, and even the commentators say it, Liv can't beat Rhea on her own. Because she always needs help.
That is the 6th.
Liv just beat Io Sky, a former world champion, on her own, clean as a whistle. For this feud to have truly meant something, Liv has to beat Rhea on the 6th. Because if she doesn't, it was all for naught. The revenge tour was all for naught. It would just prove Rhea was right. You can't beat her. Oh, Rhea shouldn't have lost that title. And then again, what are we going to do with the world title afterwards? Because you know what's going to happen with Rhea. She's still part of the Terra Twins. And what's going to happen? Oh, she's probably going to fall back in a Judgment Day thing. Because remember, Liv is the current champion. So if Rhea beats her, Liv technically would have claim to a rematch. Because I know they said, we don't do the rematch clause anymore. But anytime a champion loses their title, they always get a rematch ever since that was said.
Unless she gets transferred. The transfer window is so much. The transfer window is so pivotal when it comes down to the women's division more than it is for the men. And I'm telling you this right now because to me, I think that's the whole God honest truth about this whole entire situation. Because you need to call people up from NXT. I'm tired of seeing Roxanne Perez stuck down there in NXT. She needs to get called up immediately.
Yes.
See, I'm glad you brought her up, Phil, because that helps with my next point. First, Corbin, this is exactly what needs to happen. Because then, not only do you put stock in Liv and make her viable, but then you're putting more eyes on the women's world title because it's not. The last time we saw it really, truly defended, if we want to be real, before Liv, was Becky. Because, again, Rhea was caught up in Judgment Day stuff for almost all of her fucking reign. So if you have Liv beat Rhea, like you should, because also it proves Liv
I want to say something. Yep. Sorry. There's a lot of things going on right now.
Oh, shit. You thought you froze for a second.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I thought you said you wanted to say something real quick.
You were talking about Rhea Ripley and her title defenses when she was champion. She had a total of 10 after the title change.
Do you have the names of those people?
Yeah, she had a total of 10 in her 3. What's that?
Do you have the names?
This computer.
You're lagging like shit.
Yes.
Is it about to explode
Am I
again?
okay now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Give me some of those names. I want to see. Yeah, trying to.
Okay. Nate. Now this was back when it was a SmackDown Women's Championship, mind you, until it turned into the Women's World. Her first title defense was against Zelina Vega at Backlash.
Yep.
Then Night of Champions 23, Natalya. in 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Natalia. I
I
forgot
remember
about
that shit. Oh my god.
Fucking Natalia.
Monday Night Raw against Natalia again, but this time in 12.5 minutes. So they gave her 11 more minutes there.
That one was a good match. I remember that one. That was a good match.
Then that was when the Women's World Championship was still was the thing. On Payback 2023, Raquel Rodriguez. Monday Night Raw against Raquel Rodriguez. Fatal 5-Way at Crown Jewel against Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. Survivor Series 23 against Zoe Stark. Monday Night Raw against Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile. That was day one.
Yeah, Ivy Nile.
That was day one, 2024. I do not even remember that shit. Elimination Chamber 2024 against Nia Jax. I do remember that one well. And then WrestleMania 40 against Becky Lynch.
Okay. So it was more than 6. So I was wrong on that part. Okay. And if you do about once per month, okay. But I'm pretty sure those weren't once per month. I'm just averaging it out to be nice. I'm pretty sure most of those were pay-per-view and then the Monday afterwards. Which
they were like maybe 3 Monday Night Raws for pay-per-views, but and I have lives if you want it.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Let me get lives because there we go.
Actually, I feel like you don't even have to pick it
obviously,
up. I think I know it off the top of my head. If I remember correctly, it was Becky. Then she defended against Zelina. Then you have. There might be someone in between, but there's a Rhea.
Yep.
Pretty sure there's another Rhea.
Yep.
And the Rhea coming up.
So you got it almost correct. After she beat Becky at King and Queen, it's Becky in a steel cage. That was that was Becky's last match, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Then it was Zelina out on Raw. Then at SummerSlam 24 it was Rhea. Then Bad Blood it was the DQ. And then it was Io. That's Saturday Night.
Yeah, Io. Yep.
So Io, 2 Rheas, Zelina, Becky. And then it'll be Rhea again on Netflix. So 3 out of her 6 is Rhea. And everything else is Io, who had no shot in hell. I'm sorry. If anybody really thought that Io was going to win the title, I'm sorry. It was not going to happen.
I wanted her to. I really did.
I
so
want her
affordable
too,
right now.
I want her too.
And see, Corbin, here's the thing.
They gave her no
shot. Liv is on track. If they do, even if they do just have her defend it once a month, she's on track to beat Rhea's title defenses in under the 380. Because if she defends it, so if she retains against Rhea, which she should, that'll be number 6. If she defends it in February, that's going to be number 7. March 8, April 9 at Mania, May 10, June 11. June is 6 months from now. That's 6 and 30.
You're also forgetting the Saturday Night's main event in San Antonio. So you could have her there too.
True. Yeah. So she could get it. She could get the 11, if not tie it in under 380 if they have her do it that way. She would have to get the other 5 before May, since she won the title back at King and Queen of the Ring. Yeah.
That's when I knew there was a discrepancy with the whole Liv has to lose to Rhea. I'm like, we just came from a bad Rhea reign, and we're gonna move to Liv, and we all know the Raw roster is kind of flimsy right now. So if Rhea wins it back, which I assume she probably will, are we gonna go back to Liv again? Like, is there a contract where Rhea and Liv can't fight each other again? That's why I think there's a better option for Liv to retain, and then all they got to do is what they should have been doing this entire time is have Liv fight other people. during the reign, because Liv doesn't defend her. They had her in tag title matches. She's beaten Dakota Kai in non-title matches for some odd reason. Just have her defend the belt. If you want to have her defend the belt on Raw, do that too. On pay-per-views, do that too. But you are already making it look like Rhea's the only one that can beat her. So that's what's opening up to like, all right, Raw, Rhea gotta go in there and just drop her ass.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's already setting her up for failure when you've already had a sustainable heel reign and gotten Liv more attention with this run than she's ever had. It's much better than the last championship run she had.
Oh,
you feel me?
God, yeah.
And she essentially still, to this current moment, we all know Becky's probably coming back, but to this current moment, she retired Becky Lynch at this moment. You know, so if we're picking up that she pinned Rhea Ripley, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, all of these people, Io Sky clean. What are we talking about here? You feel me?
Truly,
I'll tell you this right here, right now.
Rhea needs to go to SmackDown. Like, I feel like that's the next.
I feel like Liv's going. I feel like Liv's going.
I mean, she could. I feel like it would make more sense for Rhea because Rhea's tormented on Raw for the past 2+ years, and again, it's going to be the same thing of, oh, so and so's not enough to beat Rhea. There's no way she can beat Rhea. So send Rhea to SmackDown where there's a Bayley, a Nia Jax, a Bianca. Because I guarantee you ain't gonna say that about Bianca and them. You're gonna be like, Bayley can't beat Rhea, Bianca can't beat Rhea, Nia can't beat Rhea. Send her to SmackDown.
I feel like so many women are changing brands. It's not even funny. I have a feeling that Bayley's gonna go to Raw. I have a feeling that Liv is gonna go to SmackDown with either the rest of Judgment Day, where Finish is gonna be all alone on Monday Night Raw, or what have you. I have a feeling that there are going to be so many women that are going to be switching brands left and right that it's not even funny. And yes, I do even see that we're going to be seeing some NXT call-ups too, because Roxanne needs to get called up immediately. I don't give a shit what anybody says. She needs to lose that championship.
I think Roxanne should win the title on her first day on the main roster.
That would be kind of crazy.
Roxanne should have been.
I think she needs to pull a page and win the title her first day out.
You guys already knew my stance on Roxanne Perez. She needs to lose that championship, and it needs to happen. I'm sorry.
She's gonna lose if she loses to Julia at Heatwave, which I'm pretty sure she will.
She has to.
The first night on the main roster, she needs to win the title.
The first night that she leaves the first night she leaves NXT, she needs to show up on the main roster. And I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You can show up on Thursday to the main roster, and I know WWE doesn't even just show up on Thursday. Okay,
I'm about to say, Phil, do you know something we don't know? I was like, what show we got on?
They got a new show?
I was like, wait a minute, they got a show on Thursday now?
TNA.
You got the scoop? Wait a minute.
Look, I know WWE doesn't tape anything on Thursdays, but show up on Thursday anyway, so that you can say, "Hey, I'm here now." Thank you.
Thursday night.
Thursday night Raw down.
If WWE ever brought back Nitro,
Velocity.
Look,
Velocity.
I didn't want to technically bring this up, but Waf, you said it. You know, they're just calling it WWE Raw. It doesn't always have to be on Mondays that Raw can be showing up. I'm sorry for Netflix.
I hate that they do that. I miss when they used to call like Friday Night SmackDown. I hate that they call it fucking Raw.
They're just calling it WWE Raw now, so it can be on a different day if they ever needed it to be.
They're low-key trying to prep us for a move. That's what it is.
Sunday Night Heat.
I was worried about that they were going to change the days.
That would be weird because, dude, Raw has never been on any day besides Monday since its inception.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
the only show that's moved is been SmackDown. Tuesday night SmackDown, Thursday night SmackDown, Friday night SmackDown. I remember when SmackDown was on Tuesdays. That shit was wild. Yeah. You know, Raw tonight, SmackDown tomorrow, and then just 5 days of nothing. Except a velocity.
Yeah.
You'd have a little velocity. But that's 5 days of just nothing.
But now on the WWE calendar, you have Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays NXT, Wednesday WWE Speed.
Main event.
Speed.
Wednesday Speed / main event, and then Friday SmackDown. And then Saturday, you could still do Saturday Morning Slam WWE. I'm sorry. I thought that was kind of a cool idea, but you never did it.
I think that's too much WWE. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's too much.
You want to talk about too much? Oh, let's get into the next topic then, because around Mania week, baby, we're gonna have 18 hours of television when SmackDown goes to 3 hours.
I hate it.
God,
I don't hate it. I hate it and I don't. I hate it and I don't at the same time.
There are pros and cons to it. The con is it's long ass TV. The pros, with the big ass roster they got, it gives the talent more TV time. But you have to capitalize on that. That means more wrestling. Don't just make it more bloodline segments. For SmackDown to go 3 hours, because SmackDown is your A show. I don't care what they say. SmackDown is the A show. If you're gonna go to 3 hours, you have to.
I'm telling you right now, that's not going to be happening. I'm telling you right now, that's not going to be happening. Because the Bloodline's moving over to Raw. I'm telling you right now, the Bloodline's moving. That's the case.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
The Bloodline's moving to Raw, and you know where the Bloodline story is. It's automatically the A show. The A show was always Monday Night Raw because they've always said that it's a weekly episodic television show in WWE history. It is all it is. It's all of that. WWE has always said that Monday Night Raw has been the flagship show. Yes or no? And I'm going to answer for you. It's a yes. And then all of a sudden, when it came down to SmackDown,
the A show all they want. The ratings prove which one's the A show. And if we talk about ratings, actually, the A show is NXT. If we want to be real, the A show is NXT around this motherfucker.
If you're talking about the ratings, no, it's not.
I think NXT is losing ratings. I think they're losing.
They're not beating SmackDown in ratings, but they're still beating AEW, surprisingly.
They're the only thing NXT is like Dynamite.
Shits. So I mean, it is what it is.
NXT
AEW is the drizzling shits anyway. AEW is the drizzling shits. Collision gets 200,000 viewers weekly, and then you just have Rampage, which is getting canceled. So there you go.
But ever the wrong direction. That is. Yeah.
But ever since the move to the CW, it's been the exact same ratings that they got on USA. So I mean, it's done nothing really in terms of ratings. But NXT, you can like what they do over there. You don't have to. It is what it is. I can usually get behind most of the stories over there, but I do love the wrestling and the actual action that happens there. And that's just me. It is what it is. But I like the wrestlers and their actual wrestling action. Some stories, just like the Ashante Adonis stuff, you can miss me with that shit. I'm sorry.
I'm locked into that shit. That's my shit, man.
Bro,
I'm locked in.
That's hilarious. Bro,
love triangle.
Him in the love triangle with Carmen. And
you can miss me with that
shit, dog.
I'm eating popcorn.
He was like, so this is what we doing now? He like, I got Nikita on my phone. I go text her right now. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with you, bro?
I was locked into that. Obafemi with Nikita too.
That shit pissed me off. I said, Oba, if you don't get away from her, focus on the goal. Don't let that. Oh my.
Too late.
Too late. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I hate to say it, but bro, Fraxium is the greatest NXT tag team of all time.
They might just be. I think they are.
Bro,
they keep winning. They might just be. When I was texting TJ the other day. Sorry, Nate.
No, you good. I'm done.
When I was texting TJ the other day about me just getting caught up on NXT because I couldn't watch like the earliest episode or whatever because of work, and I heard from TJ that Eddie Thorpe of all fucking people was going after the NXT title. I'm like, Eddie Thorpe.
Law saw me dancing.
Shit, man.
And what the fuck was that ending? Can somebody explain to me what the fuck that ending was?
Bro, I was pissed. I'm like, there's
no way they had him do a double hits, man. Sean is literally going
Who's the NXT champion right now?
It's Trick. After it went off the air, Ava came out and said Trick is the winner because that's how they did it when Sean and Triple H fought. Bischoff said draw goes to the champion, which as it should. But then Eddie got in Ava's face, talking hot shit. Sean came out there and Eddie shoved the fuck out of Sean. Hence the reason why I say Hikuleo about to put the paws on that boy.
That's another person that I want to get into. And I hate even speaking this man's name on the show. But you think that you're going to get any type of ratings boost with Eric fucking Bischoff showing up on NXT
Actually,
television?
That was the only time that they lost a shit ton of viewers. It was their lowest rated episode.
I don't blame them.
Here, I think.
I don't blame them. Why the fuck do you even think that Eric Bischoff showing up on your show is okay?
Especially when you got a Ridge in a title picture. We already don't want to see Ridge. And you think we want to see Bischoff? Man.
Oh, wait. Was that months ago? Was that months ago?
That was literally like 3 weeks ago.
Right, it was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm still talking about relevant shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better than ever.
That part was a fucking.
Your opinion don't matter.
And people think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What the fuck do you think Eric's doing? Okay.
Firing Alex Kane like a dumbass bitch.
He fired him?
Yeah.
He fired Alex Kane for what?
What?
Yeah, he did fire him in MLW.
Like storyline fired him or like fired him?
I don't know what happened. Like all I know is that Alex Kane got fired from MLW because of Eric Bischoff. I don't know what happened.
Man, I fuck with Alex Kane heavy. That guy is awesome.
That's our boy, Alex Kane, a friend of the show.
What the fuck they
I
got
freaking
going
love
on,
Alex
man?
Kane. Why is that match happening? What the fuck?
What match? Do I want to know, or is it going to piss me off?
Well, it has something to do with Mercedes. Do you want to know or no?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't tell me what it is. Yeah.
Oh.
Though their first match was great,
Oh, shit.
Chris Statlander again.
Oh,
When?
Oh, boo.
I thought you were going to say Britt Baker. I was about to get
Yeah, I got scared. I thought you were going to say
I was about to be pissed.
Yeah, I thought he was about to say something crazy. Like what?
Not again. Anything but that.
Though their first match was great, Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné 2 for the TBS Championship happening at World's End. Does it have a fucking story? No.
Chris gonna kick her
But it's
ass.
happening. And you know what? And
Mercedes is not waiting.
and you know what? And you know what? And you know what? It's just going to be another loss for Chris Statlander because Mercedes is going to be the forever champion. She's going to be the Athena. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
You think Mercedes is gonna retain? I do not think she's beating Chris again. Chris kicked all through her ass.
Better not.
First match.
I
Chris
didn't want to.
I don't know.
I didn't want to have this conversation.
Nah, we here now.
But you know how disgustingly we talk about Charlotte Flair and how many championship opportunities and how high on the totem pole she is in the women's division of WWE.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You guys may think I'm crazy when I say this, and chat, you guys are free to, roast me in the comments if you have to, but
Ooh, all right, my
Why
bad.
would you open yourself up?
I'll go in the chat right now.
I don't care. I don't care if it happens, it happens. But I don't care if it happens, it happens. But this is the God honest truth. Mercedes is the Charlotte Flair of AEW right now.
Boo! Let me go. Let me
That's
go to
a
chat.
wild. Phil, that's
I
like
think-
your most wild.
No, he's not wrong
I
though.
can go wild.
Mercedes-
I don't think that's fair.
Mercedes
at her
is the
moment.
Charlotte Flair of AEW right now because what the fuck is happening with her? There is
I don't
nothing
think that's fair
else.
at the moment.
It is
'Cause
fair. It is fair.
But,
Because
like,
there is nothing else
Well,
for this
see,
women's division.
Well,
She's done nothing to improve it. She's won
How
a
about
title
that?
and then just go over everybody.
is that kind of the same thing that's going on with Athena then? Since we're talking about Mercedes.
Yeah, if Mercedes
Athena,
there, what the fuck is
she's-
Athena?
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. and this might be a hot take, AEW/ROH, for all the shit I give them, I truly think there, as of now at least, there is no Charlotte Flair because remember, everyone's gripe with Charlotte is that when she loses the title, when she comes back, she immediately gets a title shot. Mercedes came in, she did like 2 matches, got the title, ain't lost yet. So she can't be a Charlotte technically till she loses that title.
Yeah, she hasn't even lost.
The same way.
First loss.
No,
If we're open up all genders,
talking about how she
Jon
continues
Moxley
to go
is the Charlotte Flair of the AEW. If we want to be real,
who?
Moxley is Charlotte Flair.
That's a better comparison.
No,
because Mox be getting title shots for no reason.
Charlotte and Phil, I will. Is rebate the word? Is rebate the word?
Mercedes continues to go over everybody when she just literally has.
But here's the thing.
That's not Charlotte.
That's
Hulk Hogan.
That, Bill.
That's not Charlotte. That's Hulk Hogan, brother.
Puts people over. Charlotte puts people
Mercedes
over.
Mercedes has literally done nothing. Mercedes has literally done nothing for the women's division since winning the championship. She's done nothing.
But Charlotte
continues to get worse on the microphone. She continues to get worse on the microphone. She continues to have no stories whatsoever in terms of anything. She doesn't improve anything when it comes down to other people in the ring when she gets there.
But Phil, that's the thing. Charlotte has had good mic moments, even though I don't like her. You're gonna make me say a whole bunch of nice things about Charlotte. She's had great mic moments. She has improved the roster on multiple occasions, and she's won the championship over 10 times. Mercedes hasn't even gotten to her first loss yet, so I think that's unfair to call her. We can.
That's a problem.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, but that's not a Charlotte Flair problem. That's teetering into a Hulk Hogan problem of her not putting people over yet. Charlotte puts people over, has got putting over, put Sasha over. You know, Charlotte has done a lot for the women's division, more than Mercedes has done. But Mercedes is not the Charlotte. Charlotte, for her to be that, Mercedes would have had to have beaten Mariah May 15 times over in these past few months that she's been here.
All I'm saying is
Charlotte Flair is a little too much.
All I'm saying is that she has a way too much creative pull in the company in general, just like Charlotte did. And anytime that Charlotte Flair ever stepped foot in the company, she wins. And that's exactly what Mercedes has done ever since she got there.
But
she has done.
That's like Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, fucking John Cena. Like that's just a whole bunch of niggas.
Yeah, and that's like, first of all, also we gotta think about it logically. Who could Mercedes have lost that title to? There's only one person, and that is Stat. She was not dropping it to Britt. She is not dropping it to Anna Jay. The only person that was viable for her to drop it to was Chris. Hence the reason they're running it back.
You want to know what happened with the whole Anna Jay situation? And I even fucking hate doing this shit too, because Anna Jay, she has improved tremendously over the course of 2024. But then all of a sudden, over the course of 3 weeks, she lost to Mariah May in a Women's World Championship match on an episode of AEW Collision. She got another chance at the AEW Women's World Championship. But this time, if she lost, she would never get a shot at the AEW World Championship again for as long as Mariah May is champion. Then all of a sudden, the next week shows up on AEW Dynamite. She challenges Mercedes Moné to a championship match for the TBS title and then loses right then and there. So you know what? They put her in 3 championship matches. Lose, and lose for absolutely no fucking reason. Just for what?
To get her TV time.
Just to pass stats.
I don't think there's no reason.
Just to pass stats.
Because here's the flip side. If she would have beat Mariah, what would people say? What was the reason? What was the story?
There's no fucking story in AEW.
But here's the thing. Saying she can't challenge for the title as long as Mariah is holding it, that's not bad. Because let's be honest, and I love Anna Jay. Anna Jay has no place in a storyline with Mariah May. There is no, I'm not going to say there's no compatibility there.
There is none.
But I agree with that. There's no interesting storyline there. And obviously, Mariah May is going to drop
You could have done something.
It's not like she's going to go on a 4-year reign like Roman. And on the flip side, Yeah, she lost to Mercedes. She's not going to beat Mercedes on her first time if there's no story involved. Because again, people would say, what is the reason? Why did Anna Jay beat Mercedes? So I think her losing doesn't hurt Anna Jay at all. It gives her TV time, shows that she can hang with champions.
It fucking killed her. If you watch AEW on a weekly basis, you know how much it killed her. You know how much it killed this entire women's division just based on the fact of Mercedes just going through absolutely everybody on this roster. She's gone through everybody.
Phil, here's how
you should have known that when they signed her, though.
I did.
She hasn't went through everybody, though. That's the thing. She's went through four people. She's gone through 4 people.
4 people, my ass.
Pull up her list of matches.
I'll check it right now.
Mercedes does not wrestle weekly, so it's not been run through everybody.
I'll check it right now. Because she defends that belt more than she defends the New Japan belt. So, and she just defended the New Japan belt the other day.
Just defending that bitch.
You know?
Held that motherfucker hostage.
You feel me? But she's had it for 210 days. I see. All right.
Also,
she beat Willow, Sky, Zeuxis. I don't know who this is.
Who?
Zeuxis, yeah.
Zeuxis. So that's 3. I see Nyla Rose 4, Sheeta 5, Britt Baker 6, Sheeta 7, Emi Sakura. What am I? 7 or 8? Where am I at? I lost count. I think it's 7, 8, 9. So she's at 10. That'll be 10. She beat 10 people. And half of these are on TV.
The fact of the matter is, there's no story in the AEW women's division, and there's a fucking problem with that. There's just absolutely nothing. And when you have Mercedes Moné, who can literally have a good fucking match if she's in a coma, you got nothing. You got nothing for her in that TBS championship. You have had nothing for Mariah May in that women's world championship. Now all of a sudden, Toni Storm shows back up. She apparently just signed with All Elite Wrestling again, and she's having goddamn amnesia.
She's a new superstar. She's going to make her way in the
yeah, she's the newest superstar on the roster. She's the newest superstar on the roster, and she just signed with All Elite Wrestling last Saturday. And
I hope they push her.
I saw that crap. I was like, bro, what in the world is this, bro?
I like it. I like it personally. I think that just adds a whole other different dynamic to the whole timeless shit. But
the 2-time AEW Women's Champion. Yay! Let's calm down on the Women's Champion part. I didn't even do that yet. What are you talking about?
I saw her waving to Mark Briscoe backstage. That shit was so funny. She's like, I'm Toni Storm.
Point blank period. AEW needs to get their shit together with Mercedes and the rest of the AEW Women's division.
Mercedes, that's the thing. I think a lot of people forget that too. Mercedes won. They put the belt on her. They had a whole pay-per-view for her. They put the belt on her immediately because she's always going to get pushed no matter what in this company. Whoever beats her, I don't care if it's Chris at World's End or not.
And who does that remind you of?
Not Charlotte.
No, that's not Charlotte. The same thing.
That's not the same thing.
That is not the same thing.
Not Charlotte doesn't have long range. If you think about it.
Anytime that she comes back, she automatically gets pushed up there. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, but Mercedes hasn't left and come back. She debuted for a company and they pushed her. Any company does that with a hot incoming star. You want to know a big example of who did it? WWE with Cody Rhodes. 4-0 against Seth when he returned in 2022.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, exactly. So
I can at least admit it.
Keep doing this to Mercedes because again, Mercedes don't put that pin to the paper. She may have creative, but
she has creative control.
Who has the final say though? Anthony R. Khan has the final say on what goes in front of that camera.
Oh, and I wonder why the ratings are such in the toilet right now. Because of fucking Tony.
So we can't blame Mercedes for this and say Mercedes being like Charlotte.
Yeah, Mercedes is an instrument. Mercedes ain't helping, but she's merely an instrument for what's happening with the company. She's a spoke in the wheel. I can't put all the blame on her because She hasn't
at
even
some
crossed
point,
in the Charlotte level.
I know she's not going to stay in this company for very long because at the end of the day, I think she only has like a 3-year contract. But if somehow, some way she has like a Jade Cargill run with this goddamn TBS championship, I'm sorry, I'm still going to call it out.
That's the thing. Jade isn't Charlotte because Jade would have to have put people over
I'm not saying that. I never wanted to say that. I just said like 500-day reign. She literally.
So
went
what's
through
the
everybody.
difference? If
But
Jade's
they
not
did
Charlotte,
the same way
how
they're
is
doing
Mercedes
Mercedes.
Charlotte? That's what I'm confused about.
They're literally doing it the exact same way.
Yeah. Mercedes is mini Jade Cargill right
Athena?
now.
What about Athena? Athena is actually, if we want to be real, Athena is quite literally in ROH. She's on the run that Mercedes is building up to. Once Athena went over to ROH from AEW, they put the rocket on her, put the women's title on her, and she still is holding on to that bitch 2 years later and just retained against Billy Starks, which she should not have.
Which was a mistake. It was a mistake. It was a mistake beyond belief.
Like,
it was a
mistake.
mistake.
Come on, man.
It was a mistake beyond belief. Look, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on what I said because I do, and I'm not gonna back down. But all I need for AEW to do is to actually book some stories around this company because the stories in this company are fucking awful right now. And the only reason why I'm even watching this company is because of the C2. That's it.
My bad.
I'm not watching it for that guy. No,
my
fuck him.
My inner Ricochet came out. I'm sorry.
Fuck that guy.
Laugh some fucking Dynamite, bro.
Fuck that guy. Oh, and I saw somebody comment earlier. I saw somebody comment earlier on this goddamn chat room that Liv Morgan and Ricochet's laugh or something like that. Whoever said it, I believe it was probably Corbin that said it.
Liv Morgan's laugh is better than Ricochet's laugh.
It is.
That's Liv's actual laugh.
Either way, no. Here's the thing about that, though. They're both. Here's the thing about both the laughs, though. To me, I think both of them are forced as fuck.
No, Liv actually laughs.
I think that laugh.
Really?
You gotta watch her interview. She makes that sound like that.
Obviously, Ricochet is forcing that shit, but Liv, that shit is fucking awful, and I hated that right from the word go.
You know who's forcing her laugh? Mercedes.
Mercedes
forces her laugh.
Her laugh is insufferable.
Ricochet's laugh is an homage. Ricochet's laugh is inspired by, I think they said it was Jadakiss, because that's how he would clear his throat in between verses. He hit the.
Everybody that laughs in that way in the world of pro wrestling is fucking awful.
But Jada gave you like a hot 16 right after.
I'm gonna make that my signature laugh when I start training. I'm like, Carmelo night out, bitch.
Right, as John Cena.
And you know
from
what?
05,
I'll call it out. And you know what?
boy.
Even though I know you and you are my friend, I will still call it out just as the same as anybody else because
Still
you know
have me on
what?
OTV be like, that's Carmelo night guy. I hate his fucking laugh. I'm gonna be like, well, hey y'all, Carmelo night here.
That shit is forced as fuck, and I don't care what anybody says.
Oh,
that's the thing. If you watch Liv's interviews, she does the laugh in like the non-cape. So
she does it.
That's her.
It.
That's what I'm saying. That's her laugh.
Like,
Ricochet and Mercedes. That's literally her. Like that's what she laughs like. Ricochet and Mercedes, they don't laugh like that because Ricochet never did that until 2 weeks ago. And I come in here, fuck out of here, Ricochet. He's faking that.
And you can't deny. You can't deny that Mercedes is as fucking force as hell. I mean, that shit is god awful too. She did that shit in WWE though too.
Here's like, I'll be honest.
She was paired
I've
with Bayley.
never heard Mercedes laugh. I've never heard her laugh.
Hers is pretty bad.
Ever.
You've never heard her laugh.
I've never heard her laugh. Even in WWE, I don't remember her laugh. I don't know what it is.
She laughed during that Bianca feud.
Go look it up real quick. Go look it up real quick because you gotta hear it. You gotta hear it. Because that shit
What do
was
I even
awful.
type in?
My God.
Sasha Banks laugh.
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks laugh.
It's probably a compilation.
There's gotta be a
She laughed like Woody Woodpecker. Oh, please, you gotta stop doing that, man. I love you, please.
It's too far away. Okay.
C2 though is actually going really well right now, though. I'll say that. I've been wanting AEW to do a women's for fucking forever, but nope. They're never gonna do that.
I will say, as far as AEW, like I said, I haven't watched AEW like that. I watched the episode, most of the episode yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, Wednesday, and then I went to a pay-per-view earlier this year, All In, where Swerve. I thought Swerve died, but he didn't. He's still alive. But yeah.
Oh, that was the chair shot. That was the kid.
Yeah, that was crazy seeing that live. I screamed so loud I thought my man's was dead. I'm like, oh my God. Bro. Oh my God.
He had a great year this year, man.
That was so bad. I'm like, oh, like I legit thought he died, bro. I'm like, no.
And ever since that moment, Nate, not gonna lie to you, I mean, Hangman's in the world title picture right now with the whole Fatal 4-Way that's gonna happen at World's End, but his momentum has kind of been cold as shit since that moment.
Man.
They literally
had riders.
They had that thing in the palm of his hands, and they turned him cold as fuck. But he's in the world title picture, so I guess I'm wrong. But he ain't winning.
We're mocking the Dick Riders for some reason.
And I will
Death Riders,
say,
but Dick Riders is fair too.
I will say this too, as a person that I used to watch AEW regularly. Now I don't. Bro, Will Ospreay is the best wrestler I ever seen live, bro.
Oh, Will Ospreay is incredible.
Because that Pac and Will Ospreay match was the best match I seen live, bro. I'm like, what in the bro? That was the best match. To all the people that don't like the flippy floppy and all that other crap, man, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know real wrestling. This is real wrestling right here. It's real wrestling.
Yeah, no, that shit was amazing for sure.
Also going back to NXT, when Obafemi beat Trick Williams, y'all better not have that man lose. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh hell no!
Because he shouldn't have lost to Tony D'Angelo, but I get why. You know, they was bringing him on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? They was saving. They was. Oh,
Oba's winning that title. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they were saving the NXT title for
run.
Oba's winning that title.
He's got to go on the Gunther run. Actually, no. He needs to go on the Oscar run.
Title.
Oba needs to drop that title when he moves up to the main roster. It needs to be a thing where he's like, I'm relinquishing. Wait, sorry. I am relinquishing this title because nobody. I can't do an African accent, a Nigerian.
Oh my God,
it needs to be a thing where he's like,
don't even try because you know it's going to be wrong.
The ruler.
I was just about to say, the ruler, the destroyer.
Nobody can step up to the ruler. So I'm dropping this title, which is now inferior to me.
That was good.
I see why TJay didn't play in the Black Panther. All right, cool.
You sound like Mbappe. Wow.
The power of the Black Panther will now be stripped away.
As you can see, I am not dead.
I never freeze.
Delete that footage.
You bald-headed demon.
You bald-headed demon.
Oh, man.
The greatest fucking movie ever, man.
Bald-headed demon.
You started adding Denzel to the third one? I'm going to scream. This is going to be fucking nuts.
I'm leaving Wakanda with something.
You call somebody a nigga.
I'm sick of these niggas and this vibranium.
Gonna get him to Samuel L. Jackson. Motherfucking shit. Oh my god. That's what Black Panther has to be. Denzel Washington, fucking Ice Cube, Terrence Howard, man.
Terrence Howard.
Bro, imagine.
Black Panther, man.
I need the power of the heart, man.
Gotta drink the blood of the Panther, man. She gotta be the blackest movie of all time.
In my mind.
Kendrick Lamar in the background dancing.
Wakanda!
He made the soundtrack for the first movie. That shit was crazy. He got a
Big shots. Hit about the inside.
that shit, man.
But the little like Gentiles.
I don't know why Obafemi did. They got to call Obafemi and M'Baku have a match.
Man,
like, live in the middle of the movie.
What?
Oh
bro, I see
crazy. The actor for him, he's fucking huge too.
Hey, imagine Ricochet and that motherfucker. Hey, auntie.
Oh god.
This
Boo.
your king.
Turn the movie off. Boo.
Boo!
Turn that shit
Fuck
off.
your laugh, TJ.
Get your bald ass off the damn screen.
Fuck your laugh, TJ.
You got no hair on your head.
God, that fucking laugh is awful. But I do want to talk about the C2 though, because the C2 has been doing some really good shit as of late. And like I said, it's literally the only thing that's keeping me interested in AEW right now. I know AEW is not really everybody's cup of tea, or hell, I don't even know if anybody even realizes that the C2 is even going on. But
I know.
This entire tournament is the reason that AEW has only kind of really gotten some things going right now. So, and they've honestly done some really good things in this tournament. I mean, so I just want to go over everything. So Darby Allin, he currently has 6 points, which means he's got 2 wins out of the matches that he's had so far. And the 2 wins that he's got are against Will Ospreay and Commander. The 2 losses that he has are against Brody King and Claudio Castagnoli. He'll face Ricochet this coming Wednesday. That shit should be good. And I don't know who the fuck is winning that one, because Ricochet and his laugh is probably going to be the thing that gets him there. Claudio Castagnoli has 9 points, which is 3 out. He's got 3 out of 4 victories that he's had so far. He beat Darby, he beat Ricochet, and he beat Brody King. He only lost to Will Ospreay, and he'll face Commander at some point this week. I don't know if it's going to be on Wednesday. I don't know if it's going to be on. It can't be on Saturday because Saturday is World's End, but it most likely could be just.
Is it really?
Yep.
Saturday is World's End. Yep.
The fuck? Previous coming fast.
So yeah, he'll have to face Commander on Wednesday. Every single one of these matches will probably have to be on Wednesday. Will Ospreay has 6 points, so he beat Claudio and Commander, but lost to Ricochet and Darby. Ricochet and his laugh. That's gonna have to be a bit, guys. So you guys are probably gonna have to do a little bit more better on the timing. Anytime I say "and his laugh," you guys gotta do the laugh. Anytime I say Ricochet and his laugh, you guys gotta do the laugh.
That shit is terrible.
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
make
a
it more
little bit too
outrageous
extreme
every
there,
single
TJ,
time.
but I think he got it. I think he got it. So Ricochet, he has 9 points. He is tied right now with the leader in Claudio. And technically right now he's basically winning the Gold League because he has the tiebreaker. Because he beat Claudio. Well, no, he didn't beat Claudio. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I don't know why he has the tiebreaker over him. He lost to Claudio, but beat Will Ospreay, Brody King, and Commander. So he's got 9 points. Brody King's got 6 points, beating Darby and Commander, but losing to Ricochet and Claudio. And then poor Commander. Commander has 0 points.
Damn.
Commander has 0 points. He was the replacement of Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson was a part of this tournament at first, but he got injured in his match against Will on Collision the first week. So they just said, Commander, you're going to come in here and you're just going to lose every single match. And Commander said, okay. So
Insanity.
there's that. But then the Blue League is even kind of more fucked up. Because there's just a lot more closer points than the Gold League. Kazuchika Okada has 7 points. He beat, by pinfall, Beast Mortos and Mark Briscoe. But he had a time limit draw with Daniel Garcia. So the time limit draw when he got him 1 point, which is 7. But he lost to Kyle Fletcher. So he'll have a match against Shelton Benjamin at some point soon. Kyle Fletcher has 9 points out of the 4 matches. He beat Claudio, he beat Benjamin, and Beast Mortos. He lost to Mark Briscoe. That's right. Kyle Fletcher lost to Mark Briscoe. It was a great match.
I got a word to say about that guy. That guy pissed me off the other day.
Woo.
Kyle Fletcher?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Fletcher or Mark?
No, Kyle Fletcher.
You can't say anything bad about Mark Briscoe.
No, it's not Mark. Kyle Fletcher pissed me off.
Mick Foley and OVW.
Fuck, I watched that Will Ospreay match back. And I watched a tombstone on steel steps happen, and then the match continued.
What match were you talking about with Will Ospreay?
I think
at the last pay-per-view?
I think so. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Where they did
I know
the tombstone spot.
I know the spot now. Yeah,
that made me very angry. That made me very angry.
I ain't gonna lie. Undertaker,
the fighting spirit shit.
That's just par for the course of AEW. I
don't really rock with the whole vets need to be asshole thing, but if my finisher that I've made synonymous with me and very dangerous over 30 years is me dropping you on your fucking dome, and I see niggas using it and kicking out at 1, I'm raising hell. Man,
like the match continued after that. I was like, what are we doing?
Stop using my damn super kick as a transition move.
I was like, I see what they're trying to do with both of them, but I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, we just saw Kevin Owens put Cody and Randy out with a power driver, and they just both died.
Tweaking like
Ospreay just took it and said, "Yeah, all right."
Cody's selling the gimmick. By the way, he showed up at a neck brace and a meet and greet, which my friend Corey went to, by the way, and I'm still mad at him for that because he said he was going to FaceTime me and he never did. So yeah, I gotta talk to Corey. But you know what? We'll figure it out.
Nah, that's crazy.
Like, I get it though, to an extent. I get it. The whole thing, the reason why these finishers are transition is because if you're not the person who made it a finisher, it doesn't hit as strong, like with the DDT and shit. Yeah.
That's fucking idiotic.
You should not be kicking out of a tombstone.
You dropped him on his head.
Here's the thing.
To like the last second.
Here's the thing that pisses me off. Will Ospreay, he hits a Styles Clash each and every single match he's in.
Yeah.
What do you think that does to the Styles Clash and AJ Styles' shit?
And they call it the Styles Clash.
Makes it look weak as hell. It makes it look weak as hell. Now, yes, Styles Clash doesn't even really get hit anymore in WWE because apparently they said it was too dangerous.
It's too yeah.
But that's only if you can't take it right. You gotta put your head back, not forward.
Osprey does that shit to set up the hidden blade. That makes me want to turn the TV off. That makes me want to turn the TV off.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
But Kyle Fletcher, regardless, he has 9 points, and he is basically one of the 2 leaders in the league. Daniel Garcia has 7 points, along with Kazuchika Okada. He tied or did a time limit draw with Okada. Then he beat Shelton Benjamin tonight on Collision, and then he beat the Beast Mortos at some point earlier on in the tournament. But he lost to Mark Briscoe. So that's 7 points. Mark Briscoe is the guy that's tying with Kyle Fletcher right now at 9 points. Mark Briscoe has 3 wins in this tournament out of the 5 matches he's competed in. So he has a total of 9 points for the entire block. He doesn't have any more matches to go. So he beat Kyle Fletcher, he beat Daniel Garcia, and he beat the Beast Mortos. He only lost to Shelton Benjamin and to Kazuchika Okada, which are fair losses, by the way, because Okada's a champion going into this tournament, and Shelton Benjamin should win that match. So it's fair. And then Shelton Benjamin, he only has 6 points, which is kind of shocking to me, but I don't know. I felt like Benjamin should have beat Daniel Garcia tonight, but that is what it is. He lost to him. He lost to Kyle Fletcher too, but he beat Beast Mortos and he beat Mark Briscoe. So it is what it is. He'll face Okada at some point later down the line, Shelton, and I don't see Shelton beating Okada, but I would love it if he did.
So who beat Okada a few weeks ago? Someone pinned him. I think it was on Collision, and I heard about it, and people were saying like how crazy it was.
Mark Briscoe, because it was a fantastic match.
Oh, Shelton can beat Okada then.
Okay, I understand what my problem with this is now. Yeah, okay. I was already confused that they had 2 champions in the damn shit. And Daniel Garcia is getting pinned while he's still TNT champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Daniel Garcia has only gotten pinned 1 time in this tournament. Daniel Garcia has won 2 out of his 4 matches, and 1 of them he did a time limit draw on. So he's gotten 2 wins, a draw, and a loss.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
But then you got the Beast Mortos who's in the same. Then you got the Beast Mortos who's in the same position as Commander, who lost every single match in this block. So
damn.
Commander and Beast Mortos were only put in this tournament to take the losses. Which I get it, you need those type of people in order to take those losses, but not having a single win in the tournament is kind of crazy. But then again, the story last year for Daniel Garcia alone was to have him get his 1 win in the tournament, and he got that. But I don't see the Beast Mortos. Well, he can't win against anybody because he lost every single match. But I do not see Commander beating Claudio Castagnoli, so he ain't winning. But the tournament has been incredible for this time. Do I think it's better than last year's? No. I think last year's tournament was... the first ever Continental Classic was something that, will be etched in AEW's history. This one, though, has been great. First one was really good. And I don't think you can really top it. Especially with the finals. The finals was really good too.
I think that's been my disconnect with it, because the whole good matches thing has like expired in my brain now. So it's like now I don't care, and it's like it's even with WWE too. I don't care for tournaments because I feel like it's just okay. We're putting on a great wrestling match. All right, now I'm more invested in trying to see what the story is, and then you add that to the fact that I'm seeing champions getting pinned, which that's my personal thing. I hate when champions get pinned and continue as champion. That makes no fucking sense to me. But you add that to it, it a lot of those things it doesn't make me want to watch this tournament. You feel me? Like I don't understand the purpose for it if you have two
There
champions.
were a lot more
and
stories in last year's tournament than there are in this one. And
yeah, that's probably why I would,
And like stories are told within the tournament just based on how round robin tournaments usually go. If round robin tournaments are not normally your cup of tea in terms of like what you've seen in terms of a tournament or what you like are kind of used to for a professional wrestling tournament, then you're just really simply just not going to understand it and get into it, which is fine because round robin tournaments don't happen in pro wrestling often. But
that's the thing. I usually understand. I usually understand the purpose. It's just this specific year, this tournament doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah,
I think it's only this year because I remember last year. Last year I was like watching them. It was easier for me to watch it. This year it's like there's too many personal discrepancies for me to be like, all right, I'll care about this because I don't. I'm gonna watch the final. I think that's. I don't really know who it's gonna be, but I think I'll watch the final. But like this whole build up to this has been like, I don't.
Right now, my final is right now my final is going to be Ospreay and Fletcher. I think that match is happening again.
Hey, listen.
But my final four, because there's going to be 4 people that are going to be competing at World's End to see who's going to be in the final. My final 4 is Darby, Will, Okada, and Fletcher.
What would happen if Okada won?
If Okada won, then he will be known as the greatest tournament, participant of all time. He would have beat a New Japan legend in terms of how many tournaments won and competed in.
That's a Charlotte.
Like that's the reason why he's in this tournament.
He's a Charlotte Flair of tournaments. That's Okada when it comes to
that's
tournaments.
Crazy. Okada's like,
he's got to win this tournament, and then he's got to win this tournament, and then he would be known as the Charlotte Flair of tournaments because he's got to beat this. I don't know who's this person, this New Japan legend is, but that's what he's trying to go for right now.
It's funny mentioning that. People seem to forget before people started calling these other wrestlers like E.O. Hogan, Becky Hogan and shit. Okada was the original motherfucker that they were like, oh, Kazuchika Hogan, Hogan Okada. Because that motherfucker would always just come through tournaments and just win them bitches.
That's the only reason why I knew what the G1 Climax was. I just see Okada covered in confetti every year, and I'm like, oh.
Every fucking year. That's why it was such a big deal when motherfuckers were like, Bronson Reed is the man that beat Okada.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit.
If Johnny was here, he would know the person I'm trying to talk about when it comes down to the winningest like superstar that's been in like tournaments or whatever. It's a legend. I don't think Tanahashi is a legend in New Japan.
I think it's Naito. It's either Naito or Tanahashi. Because those are the two. Because Tanahashi is the one they call the ace of New Japan. Nato's the one where it's like this is the motherfucking Cena.
No, but it's not somebody from this era though. It's somebody from like yesteryear's New Japan.
Yeah, they're from yesteryear. They've just been competing a long ass time. They've been competing since the 90s.
Tanahashi?
Yeah, Tanahashi and Naito have been competing since the late 90s at least.
I don't
He's
know.
that fucking. It's that
I
fucking.
have no
Tanahashi's
idea.
like, I know Nato's for sure in his 40s. Tanahashi, I think, is also. They've been competing for a hot minute.
No, I'm talking about somebody that's like at least in his 60s right now.
Oh, 60s?
What the fuck is it, Suzuki or some shit?
It might be Suzuki.
No, not Murder Grandpa. Murder Grandpa's not the most winning tournament guy in New Japan history. Man, and I'm not even able to find it on Google either. I'm trying to look this up, but I don't know. But right now, those are my final four in this goddamn tournament, and we're having the semifinals and
Haruki
the
Goto.
Huh?
Haruki Goto.
Okay.
Wait, whoa. So it says Haruki Goto is the most decorated New Japan Cup competitor, having won the tournament 3 times. But and we're just talking about overall tournaments for New Japan. Guess who it is?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's Shinsuke.
Shinsuke
Nakamura holds the record for the most tournaments in New Japan overall with 9 wins. So that's talking about like G1, the New Japan Cup, all the tournaments. But if you're talking about just the New Japan Cup, it's Goto.
It's Shinsuke though that people are saying. I think people are talking about Goto, but
probably because if they're talking about just the New Japan Cup,
because I think it's just I don't know if it's round robin stuff that they're just talking about or what, but all I know is that Okada's chasing some guy to be, the top of a record for tournaments.
So we're talking about the G1. So New Japan is Goto. The New Japan Cup is Goto. The G1 is Masahiro Chono. He's won it 5 different times. Yeah, I think that might be the one they're talking about then.
Okay.
Whoa, but
no, that makes sense.
Before it got the name of G1 Climax, if you're just talking about that specific tournament in total, Inoki has the most with 10. But under the G1 Climax name, it's Chono.
It's gotta be that guy. It's gotta be Shoto. All I know is that I heard on AEW programming, yeah, he's chasing some record for tournaments. So either way, I still think he makes it to the semifinals because what happens is you're gonna have the league finals competing at AEW Worlds End along with the championship final, which is the winner out of those 2 matches. So the Blue League winner in terms of points will face the second, like the person with the second most amount of points in the Gold League. And then the Gold League winner will face the second person amount of points for the Blue League. And then whoever wins those 2 matches will go to this championship final. It's convoluted as fuck because they didn't do it like that last year. They just said whoever is the leading points in both leagues are just going to face each other, and whoever wins that gets to World's End. But right now, the final 4, if it ended today, would be Mark Briscoe, Kyle Fletcher, Claudio Castagnoli, and Ricochet with his laugh. And yeah, but I think the finals are going to be Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay when it's all said and done. So we'll see. Other matches, though. include Jon Moxley, Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page, and Jay White for the AEW World title. Moxley's retaining. MJF and Adam Cole. Let's hope MJF just wins this and gets it over with. Mariah May and Thunder Rosa in a Tijuana street fight for the Women's World Championship. No story there whatsoever, but it is what it is. Mariah May retains. Konosuke versus Powerhouse Hobbs for the International Championship. No story there, but Konosuke retains. And then Mercedes versus Chris Statlander. No story there whatsoever, but Mercedes retains. No stories in AEW right now, other than this Jon Moxley Death Rider bullshit. And that right there is not even really anything too important either. But that's it. We covered WWE. We covered AEW. Two of our co-hosts are gone. So I think it's probably just time to call it too.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we appreciate you guys for coming on in here. 2.5 hours. Solid stream. And if TJay Rhodes doesn't have anything else to say, if he does, he can plug anything in that he needs to. But if he doesn't, we'll be able to get out of here at the 1 o'clock hour.
Nah, I ain't got nothing. We out.
I mean, you got nothing to plug. Interesting, because it's normally your thing.
Nah, for once, I ain't got nothing to plug. Yeah, we out here. As soon as we hit that end button, I'm about to go get me some food.
All right. Well, it looks like you're going to have to do it because I'm a guest in this thing. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time.